go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. Make sure on your way in here you like this stream. Make sure y'all jump in the comment section. And most importantly, I don't care where you're viewing this from, as long as you are viewing it, make sure that you subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's go, let's go. It's an NFC East party. It's an NFC East party. I need all my Giant fans to let it be known you in here. Say what up. All my Dallas fans, let it know what up. Commander fans, where you at? Where you at? Eagle fans, where you at? Where you at? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's gonna be a good one, man. We're gonna talk wins and losses. We're gonna talk wins and losses. Let's get into it. Let's go. Let's go. Turn it up in this comment section. Let's get it. I see y'all. I see y'all. Shout out to my guy Frank White for being the first one. And he said he's going to be the last one to leave. B5. Full fun. I see you. Commander fans is in here. I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay, 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 okay. Eagle fans, I see y'all as well. Okay, okay, okay. Respect, respect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's your guy who was never lying. Sometimes to find the way to Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for lending us your time. Thank you for tuning in, man. As you already know, this is the NFC East Soldier edition of our NFC East Roundtable. And we are going to get it in, man, because we have some things that we want to discuss. But this is our record prediction live stream, man. So we're going to talk wins. We're going to talk losses. Y'all already know how we give it up, man, in the chat. Y'all talk your shit. Keep it respectful, please. I don't want to have to block nobody, get nobody out of here. Like, let's be adults, but make sure you definitely talk your shit, all right? We welcome that. And talk football, too, man. Let's not, you know, just be all ignorant here, man. So I'm going to let the intro play. And then we gonna begin the proceedings, man. So let's go.
Neighbors! Touchdown Giants! When he threw it, I thought he might have overthrown it, but quickly out of the backfield, Barkley slips 2 tackles and picks up the first down, jumping up in the air. What, Tiki? What is that? Bro, I have never, ever seen that in an NFL game. This is a tough man matchup, so he's up there in press. Big blow by Dak Prescott. He throws that ball any lower, it's probably a pick. Good ball placement, then just look at the athleticism of Pickens. 7, this one is launched for McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown! Touchdown, Terry McLaurin. Big time sack, losing Steve. Down is going
Yeah. Yo, I'm not trying to like just hype myself, but that intro, man, that intro just, I love to see it. I love to see it. Hey, man, how y'all feeling, fellas? What up? What up?
What's crazy is those highlights were from games y'all lost.
Okay, Leo. See, here we go. All right, that's strike one. That's strike one. And you know why I'm mad that you said that? Because you ain't lying. Some of them joints.
Yeah, we lost that Carolina Panthers game.
I remember some of them games, and I'm mad because you is telling the truth a little bit. But you know, I'm gonna let that one ride for now. It's always let me call out one of your guys in the chat. It's always an Eagle fan complaining about some shit. Who's this? Lamont. Shout out to Lamont. Lamont talking about limited Eagle highlights in the intro. Man, I got everybody's in there, man. What you complaining for? Oh, leave it up to an Eagle fan, man. Shout out to Lamont, though, man. Man. I see y'all.
My people represent.
Yeah, crying. Always wanted to be about them. Eagle fans always wanted to be about them. Oh, y'all not showing enough Eagle highlights. Man, I show everybody this. Man, anyway, fellas.
That's that thirst for validation, bro.
Hey, listen, man. I know y'all wondering. Like, where's our commander representative? He actually just hopped backstage, but I have to give him his spotlight and show y'all this is last place mentality right here. Okay, the reason as to why he's here late is because this is last place mentality. Let me get Juan in here, man.
Hey, he drinking already. God. Hey, that's that emotional shit. You know how emotional eating? He emotionally drinking.
Hey, he don't even got the lights on in his house, man. He closed the curtains.
Motherfucker got his shades on.
Took the green screen down.
Yeah,
he's already in the morning. This is grief, y'all. This is grief.
Oh,
that's
man.
something else. God damn.
Oh, man. This is sad, yo.
You know,
Juan got his shades on.
Man, look. I wanted to first come on and say, you know, how y'all doing? You know, maybe
we're great.
Maybe I gotta start being a little bit nicer because the injury reaper yet again is messing with my team before we can even play a game. I didn't even know. So what are we doing tonight? I didn't know. We waiting for the record prediction, right? I thought we was waiting down a little bit later down the line to do that. We talking training camp today, right?
Nah, we getting a record prediction now.
I thought that was a little bit later down the line. Can I see how my team look first? Damn, we already down the starter.
I was gonna say we understand. We understand. You know what I'm saying?
My man Bird. Last time I checked, Makai Lemon and Devonta Smith a little shaken up. So can we get into how camp going on first?
I pretty much know the gist of how we gonna look. I mean, but hey, if I was a Commander fan, I understand, man, because y'all.
I just say let's talk camp first before we get into record predictions. We can wait a few more weeks for that. That's my thing. Why y'all want to hear my delusion so fast? Why do y'all want to hear me say Super Bowl champion?
Man, he trying to change the whole show up. He coming in late. When you had the
Stephon Diggs, signing, we were told you were going to the Super Bowl.
That's what I want to talk about today. Forget the record prediction. I want to talk
about
that.
Bro just got done running. He just got done running down the street.
Yeah,
that's why he late.
Yeah,
I'm late because the injury reaper want to mess with my left tackle. I'm blaming TP. Last time we was on this, he talked about how Andrew Thomas was better than Laramie Tunsil and Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson. All of them. It's your fault my left tackle hurt. You put a hex out on him. I'm blaming you.
Ooh,
I would never.
Right there.
I would never. Well, you know what? Let's actually start there. Let's start with, I mean, you have the positive and negative to the Commander conversation. Let's just start with the negative. Let's get this out the way, man. Y'all took a bad fall, man. Larry Tunsil appears he tore his tricep, if I'm not mistaken. And so we could expect him to miss some quality time. I mean,
hold up.
Yeah.
You got to do the intro. Like, shout out Angry Cowboy coming in. You know.
Oh right? Man, you know what? I got distracted. Leo, thank you for keeping me right.
Because it was a good distraction. We were laughing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's keep it on the same note. So Juan, before you get into your thoughts and feelings, please introduce yourself and let people know where they could, subscribe to you and all that good stuff. And then we'll go from there. Juan, the floor is yours. I don't want to step on your toes right now. Get it out, brother. This is a safe place.
You put a hex out on my left tackle. Oh. Anyways, what's up, y'all? It's your man Juan Gotti. Juan from Juan Gotti Talking Sports. I'll cover the Washington Commanders. I'm a Washington Commanders fan. You can follow me on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Juan Gotti Talking Sports. If you want to keep up with the latest on the Commanders, if you're an NFC East enemy, they always say keep your enemies closer. So I welcome Giants, Cowboys, and Eagles fans to the community because at the end of the day, this is the best division in football. And, as TP said, we took a hit out. So I'm going to let them get back to it. But come rock with your boy this season. We're going to be lit.
You want to get this super chat, Juan?
Yeah, that's my man Dog Gunner right there. He says thank you, Dog Gunner. If Leo or Angry said something, I wouldn't even really have no pushback. And I'm a little disappointed in the Cowboys and Eagles representative for not having my back because the Giants fan is the one that's talking about last place mentality. The Giants
don't try to turn the people against me. He's trying to get some help.
I'm just saying. Anyways, let me finish reading. What did it say? Last place mentality. We won 4 straight against the
Giants.
The Giants. Okay, that caught me off guard.
Never heard that one before.
And about to sweep you again, Giants live in the basement. HTTC. You heard what he said. Y'all live in a basement. Your hopes and prayers is on a washed up Odell Beckham. Come on.
That sounds good, but y'all know that's not the truth.
Cam Scatterbo, I thought ain't he already hurt again?
No, he was back practicing. He's just fine.
We all getting banged up in training camp, and it's funny how you're saying something. You're the loudest one out of the bunch, Leo. Can you say something? Because at least I could be like, hey, y'all won a Super Bowl last
Look
2
how
years.
pathetic.
Y'all won a division. Why are we letting this blue?
Leo, help me. Leo, help me. He's whipping up on me, Leo.
No,
help me.
Literally, I'm only saying that because all I gotta do is say, have you beat Jay and Daniels yet? And that can end the whole conversation. When's the last time?
No, it won't end the conversation.
Yes, it will.
No,
you haven't beat us.
Well, Leo, you're right. Before I get too deep in the conversation, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people and all that good stuff. Because I'm ready to hit the ground running, and I don't want to get too into it before we do our introductions.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Leo coming to you from the bird section. Oh, y'all know I'm in here to represent. We got our peoples in here. Shout out to Angry Cowboy, Juan Gotti, and TP Wade, a Giant. We gonna battle it out today because it's the shit talking time. So I'm ready to talk shit. People thought I let y'all off the hook a little too easy last time, so I gotta add a little spice to the conversation and everything like that. At least that's what I thought until what happened with Juan and them last week. I was just like, let me be quiet. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my man, Angry, let him get his off his chest. What's up, everybody? What up, fellas?
What's going on with you? What's going on with the Eagles fans? What's going on with the Commanders fans? What's going on with the Giants fans? But what's really, really, really going on with them 5-time Super Bowl winning Dallas Cowboys fans? What's going on with your Cowboys nation? How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? Y'all ready to get into this NFC East talk? Y'all ready to get it? Because we got some stuff to get off our chest. We got some feelings that might be hurt, but it's all love at the end of the situation because it is classy football conversation. And you know how Angry Cowboys fan come with that classy Cowboys conversation. So appreciate to see you guys. And, all I'm going to say is good luck this season.
Angry, I'm just over. Don't mind me, Angry. I'm just over here blowing off the VHS tapes, Yo, your
my man came with everything.
Man.
Woo!
Oh man,
Anyway,
Door Gunner's back,
I'm
man.
talking about. My Commanders fans are representing tonight. We need to represent because it's a little rough over here now, man, with the injuries. But shout out to Door Gunner. He says, one, they lost to a third string quarterback last year, or third stringer last year. New staff, but the same old Giants. And that's what I was just trying to tell TP last time. I ain't gonna rain on this parade because John Harbaugh is a respectable name. Who else was a respectable name when we were in that same predicament? Ron Rivera was a well-respected coach. And we put so much stock in Ron Rivera, and we seen
not the same.
how things operated. I'm just telling you, it very well could be different. But I'm just telling you, don't put so much stock in a head coach when he has to still fill out a roster.
The things
Wow.
people say.
Is that not fair to say?
Boy, that I mean,
Has John Harbaugh ever been good at filling out a roster, or was it Eric DeCosta and Ozzie Newsome?
no. What John Harbaugh has always been good at doing is making sure his team is disciplined and ready to win football games. See, one thing about John Harbaugh, he's consistently winning, and I already mentioned this before, but I'm going to keep reminding people in case they forget. John Harbaugh has no problem playing the teams in this NFC East division. So I don't think that's going to stop now. So speaking of my head coach, y'all have never beat my head coach. Y'all want to talk about we never beat Jaden Daniels? Well, y'all never beat my head coach, okay? So once y'all do that, then we could actually talk. And that's why I can't wait to get into this record prediction whenever Juan actually wants to do it because
all jokes aside, the only reason I said that is because because the record prediction is going to take a while. I wanted the whole show to be predicated around that and after, But if we already going to do it, F it. Let's get to it. I mean, I wanted to check the temperature of Cowboys camp. I wanted to check the temperature of Giants camp and Philly camp, but hey, if we gonna get to the record predictions, F it. Let's go. Let me change the title on my end then. Record prediction.
Well, let me ask, fellas, y'all still with the record prediction tonight?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Angry, how you feeling?
Man, it is what it is, bro. Like,
Okay.
I wait till at least preseason, but we can get it in though.
That's all I was saying. But let's do it. Let me change the title on my end because now I'm about to talk greasy. Okay, I was gonna keep it.
Shit.
I was gonna keep it P. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna be respectful. We lost Lermy Tonsil and all that, but damn well we still got 5, so I'm still talking greasy. Let's do it. Let me change the title on my end though. Let's go.
I'm gonna get your guy. This is clearly another one of your guys here, man.
We on fire tonight.
Yeah.
We on fire tonight. That's what I love.
I don't know why.
Commanders Nation. He says, what Harbaugh's always been good at is play calling the game into a loss. MFA, the worst closer of the decade of football, or the worst coach of this decade of football.
No.
What you gotta say about that, TP?
See,
shout out to my guy.
See, this is the thing, right?
Jared talks football. Shout out to you. I'm listening. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, Jared talks football, but does he talk sense? Like, come on, man. Let's be real here. Like, the facts are the facts when it comes to John Harbaugh. Like, you can put all of these labels onto him, and you could try to decorate it with whatever you want to decorate it with. But the facts is this: he's consistently in playoff contention. Like, he's consistently, giving a good product on the field. He is consistently developing players. Like, he's consistency a good leader of men. So I am not like falling into the, John Harbaugh hate just because he's in the NFC East division now. Like, come on, let's stop it. Like, y'all could try to, butter it up and make yourselves, sleep better at night. But y'all know what it is with John Harbaugh. He's exactly what the New York Giants been missing. And now that we got him, it's going to be a lot of head falling and tears from these wonderful teams in the NFC East division, man. But Door Gunner is back some more. Door Gunner has another one.
Shout out to my Commanders Nation, man. This is what first place royalty looks like. This is what I'm talking. We coming in hot. My man Door Gunner. Dart is DJ with the sweatband and swag. LOL. And look, if
Hold
Daniel
on.
Jones
is he talking about Daniel Jones?
Yeah, of course.
Is he talking about the guy that put? Is he talking about the guy that put belt to ass every time he lined up against the Commanders? Is he talking about that Daniel Jones? I know he ain't talking about that.
Is he still y'all quarterback?
All I know is Dak Prescott that put belt to ass to all you mother.
No, not to Dart. Not to Dart.
Oh well, Jackson Dart. That one game.
No.
We're gonna put belt to ass week one.
That one game we made y'all quit.
You might as well go ahead and start out 2-0.
Oh hell no!
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Hell no! Oh, that's good. All right, I'm glad. Let's get it. I can't wait to get into it. Futuristic Willie is in the building, man. Go ahead, Juan.
First place look like we coming in on fire tonight because we letting y'all boys know we taking the East this year. You know, my man Futuristic Willie.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Washington gonna come in the same way you came in today. Last.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
You sure?
Yo, what is that?
What the hell is that?
Trolling me. You trying to troll me, but that's
Who's that, Leo? Is that Leo?
That's
Like,
just,
Somebody hear something wild.
I don't expect nothing less from an
Oh, probably don't lie.
Anyways,
Cambo.
y'all boys stop running from
Because that's
this
what y'all sound
belt.
like. Y'all sound like Uncle Pecos.
Y'all boys stop
Go
running
ahead.
from
I'm
this
sorry.
belt.
Go
You
ahead.
heard
I'm
what he
sorry.
said.
I
No,
can't help.
don't be sorry because that's
sorry.
what I
Go ahead.
expect from an
My bad.
Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Your run's over because we're here. But shout out to my guy Futuristic Willie. Dart is so okay. That look, if you really want to talk about a TP, Antonio Hamilton Sr., a 32-year-old, 33-year-old cornerback, was hooping against y'all last year. I think he had an interception on Jackson Dart. I think Mikey Sarah still had an interception on Jackson Dart. So whenever you want to talk about the Washington Commanders, you haven't beat Jaden Daniels, how has your quarterbacks fared against us in the last 4 games? And not good, especially your boy Six. He looked horrible against us. But anyways, I digress. We're going to sit on my high horse because we win in the East. That's all I got to say.
Man, let me see. Who's this? This is Nathan Cashwell, man, with a $4.99 super chat here. He says, Harbaugh has always had a good QB. We don't know if he does or not, but Commanders definitely got a top 2 QB in the division in front or behind Dak.
I like the way that sounds.
You go ahead and erase the in front.
You know,
Go ahead and erase that.
That's a conversation. That's a conversation.
You could
I ain't
just
mad
erase
at
the. You could just erase the whole thing.
Yeah. Like,
That ain't true.
Erase the whole thing, TP. You don't have a dog in the fight yet. You heard what he said.
nah, this is just a bunch of bullshit that sounds like it makes sense, but it doesn't.
We don't know what 6 is. Dak Prescott and Jaden Daniels are the 2 best quarterbacks in this division.
All right, we don't know what 6 is, but we know what JD5 is.
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because I feel like we
we've
only
had this conversation 30 million times already.
I feel like we only got a sample size. We don't know what JD5 is just yet.
So if you call Jaden Daniels a sample size, what do you call Jackson Dart? Since you're
I'm saying if you're gonna call Jackson Dart a sample size, then we gotta have the same.
How are you gonna call Jaden Daniels a sample size when he played in every single game his rookie year and took his team to the NFC Championship game? That's more
because
than
I'm trying. You know why? Because I'm trying to look at what he did last year, but I'm sorry, I can't find it.
And every
That's
game
why
he played, he was stellar in, by the way.
No, we already had that conversation about stellar.
Exactly, so I don't
and all of
understand
that.
why you continue to try to put these 2 in the same boat.
Listen, I'm gonna give you.
He's
Listen,
in front or behind Dak Prescott. In my opinion, I think he's in front of Dak Prescott, but I'll digress.
Shit.
yeah, but exactly. That's the delusional talk. He's in front of Dak. And I don't even, Angry, I'm going to let you take care of it because I don't even want to, speak for the Dallas.
You remember my criteria for quarterbacks. Everybody is different. If you're going to go off of stats and if you're going to go off of seasons, of course, Dak Prescott is going to be better than him because not only has more, obviously, statistical stats than Jay Daniels, he's whipped our ass every single time as a team. But I rate quarterbacks off of skill and talent and team and the way that a quarterback can win because of. You know how we were talking about Jalen Hurts last time and how I felt like his team is a big reason why he's successful? Jaden Daniels and Dak Prescott are 2 quarterbacks that have shown the ability to put their team on their back and win them games, whether it's just regular season or postseason, because we know Dak is a little bit in the postseason, however. But I digress. Go ahead, Angry. Take a
Door Gunner here again before Angry go, man. Go ahead, Juan.
No, go ahead, Angry. Door Gunner.
No, Door Gunner got a super chat right here.
I don't know if you want to hear this though. That's why I'm trying to say.
I don't want to. I don't want to
because I don't want to have to continue to shit on 6, even though we don't know what he is. However, you insist. So Dart has more trips to the tent than wins. Now look, Door Gunner.
Okay.
Damn.
So door gunner, I'm gonna just ignore that comment, but I'm giving you strike 2, okay? Y'all, I'm trying to be nice to Commander fans because y'all got a lot going on over there right now. So I understand, like I'm giving y'all the time to like regroup mentally. Y'all dealing with a bad injury. And I don't even really want to get into what this could possibly be for y'all losing Larry Tunsil. So I'm gonna give y'all 3 strikes. Door gunner, that's your second strike, okay? You try to strike out one more time, and I'm gonna have to give you a reality check. So I'm gonna let that one ride.
Couldn't be me. I would never give a team that I didn't beat in the last 2 years a break. I wouldn't.
See, 2 years? Ooh.
That's
2 years?
That's what Giants fans do, though. A team that
we've been whipping on y'all so long that it doesn't really affect us.
Memory, have you beat our quarterback? No. Okay then. So move on.
We'll get into that. Let me catch up with these super chats, and then we gonna pass it off to Angry.
I love how these super chats is coming in though.
They coming in. They in here. Talking Sports with Bill says, Washington, y'all lucky you didn't face Dart last year. You would have got swept. Facts. Y'all gonna know how good Dart is this year. Come on, man. I mean, that last game of the season, like
he was he was ass. He had like 3.
I was at that game. He was not ass.
Oh my God.
He wasn't good, but he won't like ass.
Your man got to do his fact check. He said that we ain't playing him, and last time I checked, he was horrible against us.
No, because what I'm getting from this is he's not really looking at that game like nothing. That game meant nothing. It was nothing.
Oh my God!
But you cannot have that same. You can't have that same mentality when you go off week 18 last year against the Cowboys.
No, you know why that's different. You know why that's different. You know why?
I was wondering that.
You know why that? Let me tell you why that was different.
Moving the goalposts here.
You're right. I am moving the goalposts. You caught me. Ooh, got me. But listen, this is why I'm moving the goalposts. It's because we always know, man, the last game of the season, it got that little sting on it. Like we just want to finish the way on the right page. We want to finish the right way. And that's what it was versus Dallas. Like when we was whooping up on them, they didn't have plans to sit Dak. We was whooping up on them so bad when they got into the locker room in the first half, they said, yo, look, we can't continue this ass whooping. There's no point. Like, why play this hard? Let's go ahead and sit them. That's what happened. So I like the fact that Dart showed that those ties are changing with Dallas.
That goalpost went from the 10-yard line all the way to the 1,000. God damn.
For real, you just lose that goalpost something serious, bro.
Yeah, hey.
Nah, you can't say week 18 don't matter, and then in your case, week 18 matters. Nah, come on now. The only time that week 18 matters is if you take a trip to the playoffs, and that game depends upon it.
All right, so let me ask you this: you can't. So, do you ever see your team go out there and play with no type of initiative? Like no type of willpower.
I seen the defense do that all last year.
Well, that's what it was versus the Commanders. I mean, we just, but hey, y'all won. Y'all won. End of story. So whatever. If y'all want to hang your hat on last year's win, cool. If it helps you sleep at night. But all I'm saying is, all right, that's strike 3. You know what? Let me read this, and then let me talk to Juan real quick. BC Weasel 199 super chat says Dak and JD5 is not better than Hurts. Okay, well,
what's your criteria behind it? If it's winning, then I can't say nothing. But if it's off of pure talent and you win because of, then I can have a conversation with you because clearly talented-wise, Jaden Daniels and Dak Prescott clears Jalen Hurts, and it's not a question. But if you're going to flash your Super Bowl ring and your winning percentage and your team and Howie Roseman, I can't argue with that. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Nathan Cashwell, 499 super chat says JD's the best rookie ever for QB and took a bad team to NFC Championship. Put Dart or Hurts on that team, they don't make the playoffs. Like, that's the easiest thing to say, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
No,
like, JD didn't do nothing that year that I feel like Dart necessarily couldn't do.
Wow.
Like,
do
I don't believe that.
Did you watch that year? You sure about that? You sure about that? Can he go into Detroit in the division round, the 15-2 Detroit Lions, and drop 45 points on the Detroit Lions, the best team in football that year? Question mark.
Yes. You know why?
Can Jackson
because
Dart
I seen him do. I seen him
Jackson
do.
Dart with broken ribs and a little bit of luck in this. Of course, I'm gonna be honest. But with Jackson Dart with broken ribs, can he heave about a 55, 60-yard ball to the end zone and produce one of the greatest plays in NFL history, i.e. the Hail Mary to win us a game?
All four of our quarterbacks could have done that.
Can Jackson Dart go on the road in a hostile environment? And I don't even have to go to the playoffs win because you know that NFC Championship run. You were there. You were probably fuming at the mouth and upset. Can he go into a hostile environment on Monday Night Football against a hot Cincinnati Bengals team in terms of talent at that time? We're facing Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and a loud jungle. That's what they call Cincinnati Bengals.
See how he trying to hype the Bengals up?
Cincinnati Bengals ain't had a defense.
Exactly. Thank you, Angry.
They ain't had a defense in years.
But I'm about to prove my point even further. We didn't neither, and they kept scoring. Would Jackson Dart been able to continue to keep up with Joe Burrow and that hot fire offense and drop, 30, damn near 40 points on them? Would Jackson Dart be able to drop 40 points on a Cleveland Browns defense that was really good? On an Arizona, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Watch out, bro. No.
Yes, because he's did it with a lot less. What do you mean?
Bro, he didn't. We've had this conversation before. No.
Go look at the... Just go look at the scoreboards. Like, go look at the stats. Go look at all the stuff that you need to look at. Go look at what Dart did it, how he did it, and who he did it with. Like, of course, I believe he can do that.
So you continue to have this same conversation, but then when I come back with a rebuttal and say my guy did it and took his team to the NFC Championship while doing that, and it's still, okay, Jackson Dart is this. Your guy didn't go anywhere with that. My guy had the same predicament, if not worse, and took his team to the NFC Championship. That's when I say.
Can I hit a? Yeah, can I dispel a little reality for everybody?
Go ahead.
All of our damn quarterbacks got something to prove going up this year, as far as being on the field, availability, the second year jitters for you. If Jalen Hurts can hit anybody over the middle of the field and actually carry a team instead of a team carrying him, we got a lot of shit to prove this year. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott, every other even year, he's been out. Right. 2020, 2022, 2024. Here we are, 2026. Is he going to be able to have a good year this year? You know what I'm saying? Jaden Daniels. A healthy year. There you go. A healthy year. I shouldn't say good year.
Right.
Jaden Daniels. Can he stay out on the field? Can he be the Jaden Daniels of his rookie season, or is it that new car smell? Also, John Harbaugh with Jackson Dart. Can they flourish together? You know what I'm saying? Just because he had Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens were able to do shit, especially with a dope defense, will Jackson Dart be able to repeat that? So we all got questions going into, preseason and into the regular season.
That's a fact.
We sitting here complaining and quarterback this, quarterback that. We're going to have that conversation all damn night, y'all.
I'm glad you did that. Because Juan, like him and his ways, bro, like he'll try to take me there, man. But I'm putting it on him.
We can have that conversation all night because my guy's the best in the division, but I digress.
See that? I'm gonna leave that alone. Angry. I like where you ended it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna just let him live in Delulu land because the fact of the matter is, he's going through something mentally, as we could clearly see with the dark shades, no lights on, coming in late. Like he's clearly going in, doing something. And I just really hope and pray that whoever that is at the left tackle position is going to be able to step in Larry Tunsil's shoes and protect y'all QB1, protect y'all leader, protect the guy that is going to take y'all to wherever it is that y'all think he is going to lead y'all to. Hopefully that left tackle is ready for that type of task, because you know why? He has somebody like Abdul Carter that is going to be lined up against him. He has somebody like a Arvell Reese that may be coming across his neck. So if he's prepared for that, then okay, feel good. But if he ain't, what I would do is I would keep those shades on, stay in the dark, and sometimes mute your mic when the big boys is talking, all right? Because we're talking about actually competing in this division. We ain't talking about starting off slow, waiting for Larry Tunsil to be back and all this other stuff.
You know what to do to get me fired up. Because how you gonna say, I'm gonna leave it there, let her live in the Lulu land. But then your ass is the most delusional one up here talking about the big boy league or whatever you just said. You're the worst team here. You have not beat us. And however, your team is trash. We're trying to give you a pass.
You have a super chat, Juan. You have a super chat.
Oh, you gonna cut me over? You know what? Okay. Like, that's what I'm saying. I can
you off like
respect,
a
I can respect, because he know he crazy. I can respect. I know y'all gonna say this. Oh, you glaze. I can respect if an Eagles fan or a Cowboys fan, for that matter, say anything, because for one, again, we have not beat Dak Prescott but one time. The Eagles fan, they're Super Bowl champions, they're the back-to-back division winners for the first time. We had that for the first time since 2005, I believe. Like, they have a reason to talk. You don't. You should be the one muting your mic and then only talking when talked to. That's me. That's just my opinion. Until you can win something worthy.
I'm gonna let you get the last word. You have a super chat here. Here you go.
Jared, I appreciate you, Jared. My man, he say, Juan, I love you, but right, pure talent perspective, Dalton Hurts don't breathe fives air. Thank you. But at the same time, the sample we have for five is small.
Talking sports with Bill.
Damn.
$5.
We can't talk about this.
Yo, I'm trying to. Yo,
I'm just trying to get through the super chat.
Yeah, because it's piled up. It's piled up right here, man. And we've been talking about it.
It's cool. It's cool.
You know, man.
We gotta read it.
I get it. You want to get to your Giants, brother. I get it.
Talking sports with Bill with the $5 super chat. He says Commanders will be basement dwellers. See, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna add on to that. I'm not gonna add on to it. I'm gonna just leave it alone.
Wake up every day liking the Giants, bro. Like literally, like you're a Giants fan, my God.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's horrible.
That's a beautiful thing.
Shout out to Blessed by God with the with her being a member for 8 months of the Bird section. She said, "Good evening, panel members. # Bird Gang." What up, Blessed by God?
Good evening.
Thank you for being here, Mama. Letting everybody know my peoples is here to represent too. I got you. I'm just not engaging in the the loser talk, I guess you could say.
Well, Leo's gonna have his time. Trust me. I got something for Leo too. He doesn't.
Oh, I'm
yet.
sure you do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Kim Ewell. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I tried my best. Kim Ewell Stewart with the $4.99 super chat says, Juan, your mic sounds low. Yeah, last place energy right there. I'm sorry, y'all. JD5 is light years better than Dart. There's no comparison. Excuse me.
I don't even got time. I'm gonna try to fix my mic. I don't know what's going on, but we don't have to further that point. We already know that. I think the eye test know that anybody with half a brain knows Jackson Dart doesn't sniff the same air as Five. Like, come on, we know that.
We got a small sample size.
Bring back, start Jameis Winston. Like, start him instead. You know what I mean? I'd rather you have a conversation about Jameis eating W's Winston over Jackson Dart and Tip Proving otherwise.
Yeah, you talking shit right now.
Yeah. I'm just letting him get it out. I'm just letting him get it out.
I love Jameis Winston and everything, but
hey, Jameis Winston scared me more than Jackson Dart. Why? Because I know Jameis Winston could do what Russell Wilson did week 2 against Dallas's defense to anybody because he ain't scared to throw that pill. So they gonna put up points with Jameis Winston. I can't say that with Jackson Dart. Is that not facts? We're talking about the touchdown leader and interception leader. We know he's gonna sling that pill.
Boy. Man, it's hard. It's hard doing the right thing sometimes, man. Once we get through these super chats, though, it's no training wheels. I'm gonna have to really talk to this guy.
So low, though. Damn.
Jared talks football with another $4.99 super chat, man. He says Coleman was our left tackle during that playoff year, by the way.
Yeah.
Kept a clean sheet against TJ and Miles.
Yeah, they don't know that. Brandon Coleman, a guy that's going to be our projected starter, was a rookie in 2024, and he was our starting left tackle at the time. And the only reason we didn't start him was obviously because we made a trade for Laramie Tunsil. I think any team would do something like that. And he was pretty stellar against some of the best pass rushers in the league. So Abdul Carter and Arvell Reese and Kayvon Thibodeau, don't really scare me. And Brian Burns, we can have a conversation about. That's a dude right there. We can have a conversation about.
I mean, all of them are official, but anyway, let's also talk about this, man, because I feel like we've been really trying to save his feelings here, but at this point in time, I got through my super chats. Like, I'm willing to really have the talk now. Can we stop being around the bush? Okay.
Now the show about to start. That was
yeah. Like now we gotta really get into it. So Juan, congratulations on your new addition to your Washington Commanders. Right, you got a Stephon Diggs. I do think that it's a positive for y'all. I think that it is something to put on a scouting report. I think it is something that is going to help JD5 and even help old man McLaurin. Excuse me, Terry McLaurin. But what I really want to get into, is the way you showed your ass when that news came out. Now, you decided to go on a live stream and talk about Super Bowl us, Super Bowl. Whoa. I'm gonna give you an opportunity right now to just say you were in the moment and take it back. Now, if you do not choose to take the lighter and a humble way out, me, Leo, and Angry are gonna have a come to Jesus moment. We're gonna have to sit you down and we're gonna have to talk to you. Okay, so the floor is yours. You do whatever you want in this moment, but I'm giving you your opportunity.
Decision time, motherfucker.
Now,
long and hard.
First things first. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and address Stephon Diggs. You know, TP, I'm gonna apologize, okay? I was a little bit too rough when you coming into the show tonight. You were probably a big reason why we got Stephon Diggs, because you kept speaking it into existence. So shout out to you.
Never lying, sometimes defiant.
But what I will say is the disrespect to Terry McLaurin is crazy. Old man Terry McLaurin is insane. A guy that you guys cannot cover, whether it's Deontay Banks, Nubin, Tyler Nubin over the years, whoever you want to say out there, can't cover Terry McLaurin. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Whether it's Taylor Heineke, it's Jaden Daniels, Carson Wentz, whoever, you can't fuck with McLaurin. Let's just put it that way. I tried to be nice with it, but you're disrespecting my guy. You cannot fuck with Terry McLaurin. Anybody want to put up the stats against the Giants? Okay. Now, Stephon
Which
Diggs,
year?
I'm talking about since he's been in the league in 2019. Let me say it again. You cannot fuck with Terry McLaurin.
Deontay Banks never locked Terry McLaurin up?
Deontay Banks got shit dropped on him after that game. He went in the locker room.
No, after that game, right? But did he ever lock him up? Did he ever lock him up?
He was upset. No, we watched that game. I watched that game vividly. He did not lock Terry McLaurin up.
Leo.
Yes, sir.
Who are you more I don't want to say scared, I don't want to say worried. Who are you paying more attention to? Devontae Smith or Terry McLaurin?
Devontae.
You can't.
Who are you paying more? Who are you paying more attention? Who are you paying more attention to? Malik Neighbors or Terry McLaurin?
Malik Neighbors.
I would tell
Who are you paying more attention to? CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, or or Terry McLaurin?
CD and
the Terror Demons.
But what's your
Angry? Do you have any other different answers than what Leo had?
Absolutely.
Okay, my point is this. There's levels to this NFC East shit. There's levels to this wide receiver one shit that we talk about. And Terry McLaurin is a little pup compared to the big dogs. Okay, we are the elites of the elite in the wide receiver one position.
I'm not gonna be petty because I know ball and I watch the whole league. So I know when my eyes tell me when I see a guy like Malik Neighbors, that's a guy. That's a potential top 5 receiver in the league. But if I wanted to be petty like how you try to be, all I gotta say is he ain't finished. It's only one season. It's only one season, and then when he came back, he got hurt the next year. But I ain't gonna do that because I know what my eyes tell me. Malik Neighbors is a dog.
Angry. Are we gonna talk about moving the goalposts or not?
I didn't move the goalposts. I'm
just saying, if you're gonna talk about Malik, you gotta talk about Jaden.
I was just about to say that. If you say Jake,
I'm not moving the goalposts.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I just said. I just said I could be petty and talk about how we only seen Malik Neighbors do it for 1 year, but I'm not because I know what my eyes seen and know what my eyes tell me. Malik Neighbors is a dog. You can't admit that about Jaden Daniels when it compares him to Jackson Dart.
I said he's a dog.
No, comparing him to Jackson Dart, you try to say it's a small. Is
he better than Jackson Dart?
We don't know. We don't know what Jaden Daniels is. That's what that was your whole point. You can say somebody's a dog, but then also on the side of your neck, you're gonna say, "Oh, we don't know what he is."
Okay, so do you feel
Neighbors? I'm not gonna say that because I know my eyes seen. Devonta Smith, I love Smitty. Smitty's a dog. But you cannot say he's better than Terry McLaurin as a 1. This is the first year we've seen Devonta Smith as a 1 since his rookie year. Now Devontae Smith next to A.J. Brown, that's a different conversation because this is the first time that Terry McLaurin's had a true guy next to him that's going to actually command more attention. But no, you cannot. You disrespecting 17, and this wasn't even supposed to be about Terry. But you're disrespecting 1-7, a guy that has done it with like 25 different quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels is the first time that he's had a consistent quarterback ever, and he's still putting up 1,000-yard seasons. So again, when you want to speak,
I didn't say he wasn't good. I just said it's tears.
I'm just saying. You saying, oh man, McLaurin, this, that, and the third. You saying it's tears to this. No, I'm not disagreeing when you talk about the potential of a Malik Neighbors. But all I'm saying is put respect on Terry McLaurin's name. And at this current moment, since he's been the only number 1 receiver that we've had, the only person that I would give pushback to is Devonta Smith right now because we have to wait and see how he performs as the guy. George Pickens, that's a conversation. That's a conversation, truly. But I will give him that just for tonight. And CeeDee Lamb, I'll give him that for tonight. But again, I digress because I think the best of Terry McLaurin is yet to come at old man age of 31, since you want to go that route.
Unfortunately, y'all should have done this a lot sooner for Terry. I think his best years are actually behind him.
Why?
That's just where I'm going with it.
What is your factual reason why, though? Like, what is your reasoning behind that? Like, can we speak facts, though, or provide evidence how you think the best years was behind Terry McLaurin?
My reasoning behind it is because, for one, there are games where I feel like Terry McLaurin has completely gone silent. Like, there are games where I'm like, oh, did Terry even play? And I think that is a sign. I think that is a sign in itself to say, okay, yeah, this is a turn of a tide here. I also think that the injury factor is just different, especially when you're older in age. The way you recruit versus when he was a younger pup is just different. Third, I'm going to stand by this, right? I think that Terry McLaurin is a dog. I don't want to act like I don't know that. But in the same breath and time, I do believe that not just me, but I think even Commander Nation felt like Terry McLaurin just isn't the wide receiver 1 at this point in time to be enough. And I've been hearing a lot of Commander fans and content creators just telling yourselves, man, we need help at this wide receiver position. Y'all were in a panic before this Stephon Diggs pickup because y'all knew that the talent aspect just didn't feel like it was there. Now, y'all could sit here and take a deep breath now because you have Stephon Diggs, but I was paying attention to what y'all were saying. There were some conversations as to the target pieces that y'all had. So, that's it. I mean, look. I'm glad he has some help because, like I said before, I actually want to see that before.
Not even buying that. Look, Angry shaking his head. He don't believe half
no,
you saying.
No. I mean, I was just shaking my head at you were saying that Terry McLaurin cooks, the DBs and everything. When I looked, and since Terry McLaurin has been drafted by the Washington Commanders, he only got 5 touchdowns on the Cowboys. 5. That's what, like 6-7 years. 5.
So we're basing the stats of a receiver off of touchdowns.
Touchdowns. Okay. Let's see.
Last time we tried to have
706 receiving yards, 55 receptions on the Cowboys since he's been drafted.
Okay.
That's good.
700 yards from a guy that has had 25 quarterbacks, 16 different offensive coordinators. The only guy out there that provided any type of spark for our offense. I will
give you that.
I'm confused. But
I will give you that.
Go ahead.
I will give you that. Terry McLaurin has been the only consistent bright spot that you guys have had at the wide receiver position.
Yep.
Everybody else has been like Noah Brown and shit like that. I will give Terry McLaurin that, and he's held his own with the Washington Commanders, and he is a viable threat. But what I think TP is saying is that the whole levels thing is like, is he the one that you worry about when you worry about the wide receivers in the league, even the duos that we have going into this season? Is the Washington Commanders duo that to be feared?
So let me go. I'm gonna try to make it quick because TP, man, bro. First of all, you talked about his injury history, or as you get older, injuries tend to affect you and you don't recover the same. Terry McLaurin, for one, isn't your average. That's why I said, are you sure you want to have this conversation? He's not your average 30-year-old guy. He came in the league at 25 years old, meaning his tread on the tires isn't the same as a typical 32-year-old wide receiver. That's for one. Terry McLaurin has not had no true major injury. Stands for last year, which was a hamstring soft tissue injury. For the first time in his career, he's missed significant time. When you talk about a guy that has he goes silent in games, it's going to sound like Coach Spiegel. It's going to sound like excuses. But again, we watch our team closer than anybody up here. I watch the Commanders more closer than anybody. Leo watches the Eagles more closer than any of us. Right. Same with you, Giants and Cowboys. So I can sit and talk facts with you about Terry McLaurin going catchless or targetless in the first half of games because of Eric Bieniemy, because of Cliff Kingsbury, because of Scott Turner's failure to get him the football, regardless of any type of situation. But you're not going to want to hear that. It's going to sound like excuses. So all I'm going to say I'm going to say is Terry McLaurin, the best is yet to come. And when I asked you, what is your evidence to prove? The best for Terry McLaurin is yet to come, even at 31, 32 years old. His best football has still not been played. He's finally has a quarterback, and I think y'all are not putting stock into another weapon. You tried to make it seem like we were crying for another weapon because we weren't fine with Terry McLaurin. That's not the case. We were crying for another weapon because we see teams like the Eagles have two elite wide receivers, and we seen what that do for them. We seen a team like Dallas last year offensively angry. If you had a half of a defense, you're probably in the NFC Championship game. We seen what George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb could do. And we can have this conversation, all J-Mo and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So we're having this conversation at Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. We having this conversation because we're like, damn, we know we got a dog at the one, but if a defense only has to worry about him, it's clearly going to be harder for him to truly produce the way that he can, and he still has done it. Now imagine adding a Stephon Diggs to the mix. That's going to free up him, and not only free up him, but allow another guy in this offense to truly produce, because as Angry hinted to, it was Noah Brown. It was Robbie Chosen-Anderson. It was Chris Moore. It was Dontrell Inman. It was Antonio Gandy-Golden. It was Jahan Dotson. It was nobody else outside besides 17, so...
But now y'all going to the Super Bowl though.
Say it again.
But now y'all going to the Super Bowl. That's what y'all.
To me, of course, who would I be to not stand on what I said? You know what I mean? Of course. Where we from over here, we ain't gonna back down from what we say. So yes, I'm gonna stand on it and say yes. Adding a Stephon Diggs is a piece. Because for me, and this is before Laramie Tunsil went down, of course, and things like that. So I'm telling you my mind frame, right? Of course, to me, that was the missing piece. Our defense is going to be phenomenal this year. You know what I mean? I think our offense is going to be really stellar as long as 5 stays healthy. And the biggest question mark we had on the offense besides center was the wide receiver 2 position. So getting a guy like Stephon Diggs, yes, it puts us in a position to be able to go take a trip to Cali and go play in a Super Bowl. Can I, damn right, I'm gonna be.
Can I say something real quick?
Leo, before you get there, I want to give a giant salute to Tribe Called Quest, man, for the 1999 super chat.
He's one of the elders from the Bird section, like the Linda Conyers. He's a
shout out to the Tribe Called Quest. What I'm saying?
He said, "How is it we got over 60 watching great content and only 19 likes? We actually got
that shit.
3 watching. Well, at least from the Bird section. What's the total number watching?
289 right now. So there is no reason there is no reason why we can't even get the likes up. Like, we ain't even asking for money. We ain't asking y'all to go run a mile. We ain't asking y'all to put in no strenuous amount of work, man. Support your guys by just giving us a simple like, and that way you could help us get the word out that we doing big things over here, man.
Yeah.
Like it up.
Go ahead.
Also in the description, man, you could subscribe to each and every one of these fellas, man. Just go right into the description. I made it easy for y'all, so y'all don't even have to search or anything like that, man. Go make sure y'all subscribe. Now, Randy Cadell says number 4 is the best QB in the East, hands down. Salute. I can't knock that.
Okay, all right.
I'm not gonna argue.
Can I say something here?
It's on you, Leo. Yep.
This is regarding the Terry McLaurin talk and everything like that. You know, one thing.
Talk about that.
Yeah, one thing I want to say. I always often point out the difference between Eagles fans and the rest of you guys. Right? Is we do not pretend like we don't know who people are. Okay, you know, Terry McLaurin's fucked us up like he's fucked y'all up too. Okay, a time or two. All right, and. That's a lie, but go ahead. I'm talking about throughout his career. That's why, and I specifically said a time or two. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I will do is I will practice a bit of humility in this regard when talking about a specific player and their accomplishments. I'm not going to downplay their accomplishments. Terry McLaurin burnt us a few times, a time or two. Same thing with y'all. Same thing with the Cowboys over the lifetime of his career. Okay, so I'm not going to take nothing, and it's because of those things is why I love the point earlier that was like Terry McLaurin for years was like the one of the brightest, if not the only bright spot on that team, and that's why I'm like when that was said, I was like that resonated because it's true, and I remember I want to say it was last year or the year before where it really started. The talk was like. Damn, like his best years are being wasted, have been wasted, you know, without getting a real solid, you know what I'm saying, for an extended period of time. You know what I'm saying? Like Terry McLaurin reminds me of Donovan McNabb, the years when he ain't had no help. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that when you look at where he at now, and I believe he's like, what, 31, somewhere 30, 31 or whatever, you know, his best days are actually behind him now. You know what I'm saying? He is getting longer in the tooth, you know, and the rebuild that the Commanders are currently in, it's actually going to outlast him. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I just want to make sure that at least from the Eagles' perspective, that these things be at least publicly acknowledged, because you know, I don't think Terry McLaurin has had a whole lot of help, you know what I'm saying, majority of his career. You know.
Okay. You started off that beautiful soliloquy with, I think, wasn't the 100% truth, because you said Eagles fans, we're just different from y'all because we don't act like we don't know who others are.
No, we don't pretend.
Okay, we don't pretend.
Y'all like to pretend.
Okay, so you're saying you don't pretend, right?
Right.
That's your claim.
Yep. I don't pretend.
No, you or y'all? Which one is it? Because you said Eagles fans, and I'm here with the evidence.
Both.
I'm here with the evidence right here to show how Eagle fans think.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Go
Malik
ahead.
Neighbors never had big plays in the NFL and then also big plays in the Super Bowl. He never did. What?
Malik Neighbors never had big plays in the NFL? What are we talking about?
Not never.
Oh, my God.
Not never. Not never.
A few moments later.
You really believe that Eagles fans only watch Eagles players? We watch everybody, dog.
You said Malik Neighbors made no big plays.
No, I didn't say that. Malik Neighbors never.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, bro. Yeah, you did, man.
Yo, don't tell me how Eagle fans act.
Wait. I touche. Touche. So we'll leave it at me. The answer is me.
Oh, okay.
The answer to your question is me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I should, I can't defend that. You know what I'm saying? I cannot defend that. It's not my place to. You know what I'm saying? I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But once again, that is not my. I can't defend that. You know what I'm saying? Now that being said, you know what I'm saying? It does not detract from the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Terry McLaurin has fucked us up as well as everybody else on this panel except for Juan a time or two. That's true. Okay,
Yeah,
so and I'm not going to pretend like that. I'm not going to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pretend like that never happened. And God damn it!
I got him off twisted. Twisted.
No, it's just like, how can you defend that? That's not true. I didn't think that either. I was like, oh no, that's not true. What?
He said, look, hey, shout out to King DV, right? I'm shooting at him for getting at me the other day. We gotta definitely follow up on that.
Get it done.
Yeah. Best believe, we got something to talk about. But okay. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I do feel like, Juan, I'm actually answering the super chat in the same breath. Let me scroll back to it because I didn't forget about it. I'm not even ignoring the fact that Diggs is an addition for y'all. Like, I'm just not going to sit here and act like this means Super Bowl for y'all. Like, I'm going to help y'all get out that delusion that y'all are in. Like, calm it down. Yes, this was a good move for y'all. I'm not going to sit there and act like it wasn't. But Jared, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, this makes y'all Super Bowl contenders. So, yeah, let's
not going to gas him up, basically.
Not at all.
Right.
Let's move on to Philly a little bit, man. So I guess we'll do the record prediction because we an hour in already. So I'm not even going to try to squeeze that in. But
right.
What pause if necessary too. Philly, the question that we have for y'all is lemon a lemon. Mekhi Lemon has missed 4 consecutive practices. And when I try to talk, to Philly Nation as to, how is Mekhi Lemon doing? How does he look? Everybody's answer is consistent, is they don't know because he isn't practicing, right? And so I want to hear from you. What is your mindset right now going into the season, knowing that you don't have an idea on what Lemon is? At one point, he was supposed to be one of your talking points. He was supposed to be one of your.
I still haven't changed. I still have him on as the projected, but that's only because I haven't changed it. But that's not how It's not.
But this is the prime example. Like at one point, he was your projected wide receiver too.
Right.
And so I just want to hear from you. How do you feel, now? How do you feel going into that now?
If I would say I would feel a lot more concerned than what I actually am if we didn't have the wide receiver group that we have. So and because not only has he not been practicing, but Devontae hadn't practiced either because they both are nursing hamstring injuries. So I do believe that him not practicing this much is really out of an abundance of caution because he's a number 1 draft pick. Soon as Devontae tweaked or whatever his hamstring, you see they sat his ass down real quick. So I do believe that him being sidelined like he has is. I'm not saying there's nothing to it, but I do think that maybe it might be out of a bit of an abundance of caution. That being said, what I'm saying, the stories coming out of camp is about, we're hearing a lot about Dontavian Wicks and Hollywood Brown, who's feeling like this is the best he's felt in years coming off of that, coming off of a Liz Frank injury. Like he doesn't have any lingering things going on. So, and the way he's been playing in camp is evidence of that. It's one thing when a player tells you something, but it's another thing when they physically go out there and actually start doing it. We've had the back and forth, and the back and forth being one day the offense is doing well in camp, the next day they're not doing well. You know, same thing on the defensive side. And that's actually a good thing, only because, you know, Vic Fangio did his interview last week, and he talked about how, you know, the way Sean Mannion has been doing things, it's like they're changing things at the line of scrimmage and giving them looks that they had never seen before, which last season, teams that did that were very successful against the Eagles when they would do stuff like that. So the fact that they, you know, the offense does these, you know, Sean Mannion does these little installs where, you know, because the defense has never seen this before, you know, that day the offense wins, but it literally is just a day. And then the next day you'll see the defense have a better day than the offense because they figured it out. So the fact that they're doing this is great for this defense, because understand something, when you talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, our biggest, you know, our strongest continuity is actually on the defensive side of the ball, because we have the third-year coaching staff, and there are a lot of guys on the defense who are going into their third and second year of the Vic Fangio experience. So I get that, and it's great when you as a defense you have to see this you have to play against this offense, because it helps you to learn what you're going to do when other teams start doing the same damn thing. The other ones that you're going to hear about a lot is Darius Cooper as well. You know, Darius, you don't hear a lot about Johnny Wilson, but you do hear a lot about Darius Cooper, and it looks like Darius Cooper is going to probably end up making this being probably like the wide receiver 5, I think, or whatever, because we may end up carrying like 5, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was 6 wide receivers into the season based off of the way this offense looks. But I'm nowhere near entertaining the thought of thinking of Mekhi Lemon as a lemon. Not with, you know, I mean, he did get to go to Orlando with Jalen and the guys. I don't discount the fact that he's missed an absorbent amount of practice and reps, you know what I'm saying, to develop chemistry with the quarterback and everything like that. But again, if I did not have the wide receiver room that I have, I would be more worried, but I'm not really, you know, like I'm not going to say I'm not worried. I'm not ready to put the lemon moniker on him when there's no need for us to rush him back. You need Malik Neighbors in your offense way more than we need Mekhi Lemon in our offense.
Why'd you just compare them to? What are we talking about?
Because the reason why I'm comparing them is because in terms of importance to the team and the offense, Malik Neighbors is way more important to your offense, who's coming off of a ACL injury, than Mekhi Lemon is going to be for our offense with a hamstring tweak. He's not.
And of course,
he's
the number 1 receiver.
But again, all I'm doing is I'm just making the comparison. I'm not trying to say one is better than the other or whatever. I'm just saying if we're going to compare, to give you a better perspective, because we got the personnel that we have, it makes a Mekhi Lemon we don't have to rush him back. We don't he needs to be out there. I'm not going to deny that he don't need to be practicing and developing that chemistry and everything like that. But my sense of urgency is not as ratcheted up for him to come back as, say, your sense of urgency to rush Malik Neighbors back into week 1. So that's all I'm saying. You know, nothing else. It wasn't a dig or a troll. It was just a comparison in terms of what you may consider to be an emergency versus what I would consider, and why.
Yeah. I've seen it a number of times in the chat, and I've been thinking the same thing. Been actually looking it up, and bro, there's been this narrative about Jalen Hurts not being able to throw across the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Having Devontae Smith, I don't know how tall Devontae Smith is, but having a taller, bigger body in AJ Brown. Now you got Hollywood Brown, that's 5'9". You got Mekhi Lemon, that's 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
Like, people in the chat, I kind of agree with them, because y'all have a lot of slot receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And tight ends. and tight end.
slots and tight ends. So where do all those guys meet on the field?
Yeah,
In
so
the middle.
Leo, real quick before you answer that, shout out to the Real Prince Castro for the $5 super chat. Fee 5 4 fum. TP Waiter General Stephon Diggs just disgusted me with the Washington cockroach signing. Yeah, you know they trying to do something over there, man. You could only respect it, but you know, unfortunately, in the same breath and time, in the same week, you know, they take 5 steps forward and they took 10 steps back. That's the unfortunate part of it. But yeah, go ahead, Leo.
No, Angry was asking a question.
No, I was asking you, like,
he was waiting on you to try to butter up the bullshit
constant
with your small wide receivers that you
have.
have.
You said you had the tight ends.
Yeah, you said where did they meet in the middle?
In the middle,
right?
And I also said that Jalen Hurts has an issue with placing the ball over the middle. Can he do it? Don't know. Much to be desired. Has he done it? Yes, of course he's done it. You know, but that is the narrative. I mean, even coming from Philly radio and stuff.
Well, and I've warned you. I've warned all of you about that. You know what I'm saying? Like for Eagles fans, whenever someone outside of the fan base does like a troll and everything like that, depending on the wording of the troll, we know exactly where it came from. We can tell. Everyone can tell. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where that's why the media is in such disconnect when it comes to the actual fan base. Now, here's the thing. You know, I am not going to I don't entertain the thought that Jalen Hurts can't throw up the middle. Because you haven't seen him do it doesn't mean he can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just because you haven't seen him do it a lot doesn't mean that he can't. You know, and then when you don't see it, here's the thing.
He won't.
No. I said when you don't see it,
no. Sometimes you saying you ain't gonna say he can't. So does that mean he won't?
No, I didn't say that. No, he won't when he don't trust you. What you like, y'all don't realize it, but no, like let me just say this to you. You do realize that he was sitting there yelling and screaming with Kevin Patullo last year. You do realize, like, when he has a problem with the offense, it comes out. Part of that probably has something to do with that. So, like I said, I'm not going to say that he can't. And if he won't, it's because there's a bigger issue. He don't trust you. And that's what, and y'all don't know what y'all looking at when you see it. And so it gets misinterpreted in other ways. And so that's what I'm telling you. You know, like, and I've often asked you guys this, you know, like you've had Jalen Hurts now for 7 years. And anytime whenever there's a deficiency, is there anything about Jalen Hurts that would lead you to believe, based off of the 7 years you've had to evaluate him, listening to what other people have said, like a Tom Brady, a Wink Martindale, Peyton Manning, you know, those guys, when you listen to them say the things that they say about him, is there something about Jalen Hurts that would lead you to believe that he is not going to do what he needs to do in order to fix whatever shortcomings that he has? You don't think that he has it in him to try to work on those things, to answer those questions himself? And the thing that I think that you all ought to be aware of is that you, for the last 7 years, have been playing against an underdeveloped quarterback. And the reason why is because, no, you have never seen AJ. You have never seen, some of y'all say, I ain't never seen Jalen without AJ. Can he do it? Can he do it? But you stop short of saying you've never seen him with a 2-year, 3-year offensive coordinator. This is scary. Like, what I will warn you is that you're about to face the scariest versions of Jalen Hurts. His best days are still ahead of him.
All right, y'all got to stop this shit, man. First Juan, now you, man. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all got to stop.
Wait, TP, hold on. Because
come on, yo.
Your team, okay, the Cowboys and the Commanders, all of you, in order to get into winning championship ways, have our DNA. You hired one of our coaches who we had for 10 years. You guys hired our other coach we had for almost 3 years. and then you hired our quarterbacks coach for your quarterback. So there's Eagles DNA swimming all through your team. So realize something. You're talking to daddy. Daddy.
Get the fuck.
We can say that you won your Super Bowl through Cowboys DNA with Kellen Moore.
Definitely New York Giants. I mean, there wouldn't be no Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. So what are we talking about here?
Shane Steichen did not play for the Cowboys.
I don't know.
He
What
did
are we
not
talking
coach.
about? There would
Kellen
be no
Moore
Super.
No, but Shane Steichen did. We daddy.
So my
listen.
question would be, right, like, I hate that narrative of, oh, you want us to feel sorry for Jalen Hurts because he's getting an offensive coordinator every
Nobody wants him to feel sorry.
That's what happens when you win. When you're a winner, you're gonna always have people poaching from your team. So I don't want to hear.
Wait, hold on. I don't disagree with that at all.
Don't try to use that as a point as to why we should feel fearful of Jalen Hurts this year.
Time out. I don't disagree with that at all. But what I will tell you is that even with that mantra, 7-7 is a bit abnormal. Even when you say that, Juan, and come on, that's crazy. 7-7.
Bruh, and but why?
Listen.
But why? My question is why? What is going on for the constant offensive coordinator change? You're winning.
You're either getting a job or you're getting fired.
So out of those 7 years, well, really, what? 5, because are you counting the college years too? Because I hear Eagles fans want to count the college years as well.
It's actually, I think it's like 11 or 12, something like that. If you go,
we'll just go with the pro years.
Yeah, that's why I said 7. That's why I said 7.
I'm asking you a question. Out of the 7 years that Jalen Hurts has had the constant offensive coordinator change, how many of those offensive coordinators were fired and not just poached off your staff because of a promotion, a head coaching job?
Kevin Patullo, you said fired or hired?
Fired.
Like y'all got rid of him because of bad play calling. Kevin Patullo,
Brian Johnson. Everybody else got jobs.
Nigel said 2.
It's 2. Yeah.
So that's my point is I understand you want to hype Jalen Hurts up and say this about him. Oh, this is just discouraged he's gonna be because he has the same offensive coordinator. Blah blah blah. Every single team in the NFL / this division is going to have to deal with that if they're having a constant success. Like, this is the question. What I'm saying about my guy. If this offense is really, really good this year and Jaden Daniels lights it up and MVP this, MVP that, David Blau is a 30-year-old offensive coordinator. He will be gone. And we'll have to repeat the same thing over again that you guys are dealing with. So then at that point, it will be Jaden Daniels' third offensive system because we let go of Cliff Kingsbury. That was something that he was getting used to or used to whatever. Then this will be new, and then next year it can happen. So I'm not kind of giving you the benefit of the doubt for that. Stop winning then, and you'll have the same staff. That's my thing. But see, that's Jalen Hurts.
But wait, my point in all that is let's say this. Let's say this. Would Jackson Dart, Jaden Daniels, and Dak Prescott. Well, let's take Jaden Daniels. Let's look at Dak. Let's look at Dak and Jackson Dart. Okay, if they had, do you think that they would be who they are today if they had to deal with it every year for the first 7 years of their careers?
Would they be the same if they had to have constant quarterback change? I mean, offensive coordinator.
Yes.
Are we taking everything else into situation? Because I think every other
absolutely,
team.
but
I think
hold on, time out. Wait a minute, Juan. I want you to listen to me very carefully.
No, I'm listening.
No, listen. No, stop. Listen. I want you to listen to me very carefully. When I ask you a question, the question that I ask you, you take it at face value. You don't need to hook it with, are you talking about? No, I asked you if Jaden Daniels had to deal with if your quarterback had to deal with a brand new offensive coordinator every year for the first 7 years of their career. I am asking you about an offensive coordinator in 7 years. I'm not asking you about circumstances or anything like that. I literally asked the question The question that I asked is
Then
what
you
I
can't
asked.
then you can't answer that question because you
So
said
you- okay.
no, listen, let me
So your
finish.
answer
Let
is
me
you can't
finish.
answer.
Let me
Well,
finish.
no,
Because
you answered
what
it.
I'm
You
saying,
can't.
no,
You can't
because
answer.
what I'm about to
So
say,
angry. So
said,
angry.
Leo, let him go. Leo, let him go.
you
Leo,
said-
I want to hear what he's gonna
said
say.
when you ask the question, you say I'm only taking it at face value.
No, I said you
I'm
can take. When I ask you a question, you can take it at face value. Okay, so I don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to
but
say,
listen,
are
this
you
is what
talking
I'm trying.
about
This
this
is
or
what
I'm
I'm trying
talking
to
about
say.
OCs?
When I listen to questions, I ask it. I answer it with sense. So when you ask the question of if can Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart, and Dak Prescott all do what Jalen Hurts did if they had to change offensive coordinators for every single year of his career, my answer would
Would
be
they be who they are today?
My answer would be yes, but it's not because of Jalen Hurts and the ability to be able to adapt to new offensive coordinators every single year. It's because of what is built around him because of Howie Roseman. AJ Brown was still there. Devontae Smith was still there. The offensive line was still there. Your defensive pieces were still there. Vic Fangio was still there. So the core of the team is still the Philadelphia Eagles, regardless of if Shane Steichen got a job, Kellen Moore got a job. That's the reason why Jalen Hurts is still successful. It goes back to my main point. Jalen Hurts is a winner because of the Howie Roseman effect and them building a team around him. So if Jackson Dart was inserted into Philadelphia, yes, you all would still be successful. If Jaden Daniels was inserted into Philadelphia, you're damn right you would be successful. You would probably have back-to-back Super Bowl rings. If that
You're cooking. Yeah.
Oh, you went out. You went out.
Something happened. You was
went
cooking.
out.
Something happened.
out.
if Dak Prescott was inserted in Philadelphia, the same success would still be there. So that's what I was trying to say.
No.
Kenny Pickett stepped in and looked good
right there. But go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Hey, real quick, super chat, man. P. Warvey, $4.99 super chat. He said, it's hard as hell to be consistently good with a head coach that doesn't call plays. That's simple math.
The evidence speaks for itself, Your Honor. That's not right. That's not right. The evidence speaks for itself, Your Honor. What do you mean it's hard to be consistently good? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We went 11-6. We went 14-3. Then we went 11-6. Then we went 14-3.
How many offensive coordinators has Jalen Hurts had since being in the NFL again?
7. Yeah.
All right.
No, 6. I'm sorry, 6. Remember
6?
when he took over? Yeah, remember when Carson Wentz hurt his back and he took over? I think he had to play the last 3 games of the season, his rookie year. So that was Shane. So that was that year, and then he had Shane for 1 full year as a starter because remember we got rid of Carson that year, that offseason. So it's 6, but it's 6. He's had a different offensive coordinator every year. He's been the full-time starter. Let's say it like that.
He's okay, 6. But if I were to say that Dak Prescott had 4 in his time,
his first 4 years, Dak Prescott had a different offensive coordinator. His
first 4 years.
That's why
first 4 years.
Remember, the caveat
2 years.
The caveat to the question, the caveat to the original question was his first 6. Their first 6. Jaden Daniels' first 4, whatever. His first years in the league. Not
all right. Let me progress
consistent.
this here, man. BC Weasel said Juan is wrong because Hurts didn't inherit that team, and those guys developed after he took over. You left out how he went 4-11-1 the year before 2021.
Yep. That team, if we had a Jack, that's why I always reject that talk about if you put this person in that. No. The team that you see today and last year and the year before and so forth was built around Jalen Hurts.
Can I ask you a question? No, let's stop there. Because I want to ask this because even people on the chat is acting delusional. When Kenny Pickett stepped in when Jalen Hurts got injured, did he look good?
It could have been better, but no, not really.
Bro, yeah, why are y'all sitting here fronting?
TP,
y'all are so.
You can even take it a step further because when we talk about the foundation and the team of the Philadelphia Eagles, we're talking about them as a whole organization. We know how good they are. Y'all were drooling over Tanner McKee going in there and going crazy. So that's when you talk about can Jackson Dart, Jaden Daniels, and Dak Prescott go into a Philadelphia organization that we know is one of the best and had the same success as Jalen Hurts? You damn right, because of everything around them.
No,
not
because
of Jalen Hurts.
No, stop,
not
man.
Because
Stop,
of Jalen Hurts.
stop. Wait a minute. All right. Look. You know what, Juan? Who was on the team first? Jalen Hurts or AJ Brown? Who was on the team first?
Jalen Hurts. And
who was on the team first? Jalen Hurts or Devontae Smith? Hold on. Who was on the team first?
And
who
they
was
went
on the
out
team
and
first?
Jalen
Hurts or Saquon Barkley? No. Who was on the team first?
Okay.
Devontae or Saquon Barkley or Jalen Hurts?
It was Jalen
Hurts. If we had Jackson Dart, we would not go get Devontae Smith.
You sound crazy.
So
you're telling me Howie Roseman. Listen to yourself. You're telling me Howie Roseman only decided to upgrade the roster because Jalen Hurts was the quarterback?
If we would have went and if we'd have had anybody other than Jalen Hurts, we would not have the same players. We'd have players, but not this team.
You sound crazy. Sound crazy. So you're telling me that Howie Roseman wouldn't have built the same kind of so if he had Jackson Dart and seen, Jackson Dart played a really solid 2021 season, but damn, we need another weapon to put him over the top. He wouldn't have still got AJ Brown. You're making it seem like that only. You're making it seem like
because Jalen Hurts brokered that deal. Jalen Hurts brokered that deal. Stop playing.
Bro.
Jackson Dart don't have no relationship with AJ Brown.
You sound crazy, bro.
Hold on, real quick. Don't keep it there. P. Warvey with a $9.99 super chat says, "Hell no, Kenny Pickett didn't look good, and yes, we thought Tanner looked good in the preseason until he played the Commanders at home in Philly, and he looked terrible." Man, look, that's one thing y'all can't not do with me is have the amnesia shit, because the stuff I do remember, I remember. Kenny Pickett put up like 40 points in the game and all this other shit, and y'all was on that Kenny Pickett high. So don't try to act like now that Kenny Pickett was ass. Y'all was winning with him in the game. So that just goes to Juan's point. If you sub all of these quarterbacks in this NFC East division, if they played around that system that was built around Hurts, I'm pretty sure they would have success. The key to that success wasn't Jalen Hurts, man. Anybody could have played in that system and looked at the very, very least good. Stop that shit. And don't sit here now and act like your receivers are just so good too, because I tried to let that shit go by and now it's irritating me because I'm reading the people comments in the chat and y'all bullshit every single time it's time to talk about y'all. Y'all receivers are ass. And they're average at best. Outside of Devontae Smith, it's a downslope and it's nothing to be excited about. Stop that shit. Stop trying to act like stop trying to act like we didn't have a conversation the other day and McCall Lemon was your number 2 and you tried to go roster for roster, position by position with me, and you was talking about, I know who my guys are. McCall Lemon, that's easy. And I asked you, I said, hey, no, and I asked you, and I asked you, and I said, no, and I asked you, no, this is what you do. You don't want people to finish their points because they expose you. They expose you. They don't want you to
Let's do it right now.
Hear y'all talk at the same damn time.
Right now.
Exactly. Let me talk.
That shit. So
no, you want to interrupt me so I can't land. You've been doing that with Juan and you're doing it with me. Look, let me finish.
Pull up your players and let's go personnel to personnel right now. I take that Pepsi challenge any day.
I want y'all to see this.
Here's the address right here, dog. I got the address for you.
The address says McCall Lemon is up there. Your address says McCall Lemon is up there. So that's the wrong address.
Who else is up there? Let's talk about
you just said go
one. Let's don't talk about the one to help your argument. Let's talk about them all.
You just said that yourself.
Real ice cold.
Scary.
In the meantime, how about them Cowboys?
Let's do it. I take the Pepsi challenge. I welcome it. Let's do this. Let's go personnel.
I just wish I would finally be real. I wish I would finally be real.
You talking all that shit, but you will not do it. And you can't even name your players. You can't. You don't know shit about your damn coach. You don't know nothing. You're just hypothetical in theory. You're a 4-win team. You were a 3-win team the year before. Y'all ain't shit.
I love that. So let's talk about it.
No,
let's talk about it. No, because I gave you the floor. Now I gotta mute you now because you won't even let me talk, and it's getting ridiculous now. Let me land this plane because I love when y'all bring that elementary way of thinking bullshit up. I love the way you Eagle fans are just so fucking easy to talk to. Nah, let me finish the point. Here we go. I love when y'all talk about what we did in the past, and y'all never like to confront the moves and how we stack up this year. Y'all never like to talk about it. So let's do that. So y'all want to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals? Y'all want to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals before they got to the Super Bowl? Can anybody tell me what their last three? No, can anybody tell me what their last three records look like in the last 3 years? Can anybody tell me? Don't worry, I'll tell you. I have the facts here. The last 3 years, they were 4-11. They were 2-14. They were 6-10 before they went to the Super Bowl. Okay, that's just one. TP, what else do you have? I got you. Before the Patriots went to the Super Bowl last year, do you want to know the prior 2 years what their records were? They were 4-13 both years. Oh, TP, all right, anybody could do 2 teams. All right, I got you. Anybody want to talk about the Carolina Panthers? Before they got to where they got last year. You want to know what their 2 records were the years before? They were 5-12 and 2-15. And then I could go back even further. They were 7-10, but then they were 5-12, 5-11, and 5-11 the years before. So I can bring up the facts. Y'all keep talking about some old shit that used to happen. That's not how football works. And the facts are there, you honor, like you like to say. The facts are there. That is not going to help you this year.
Who's lining up against Dallas Goedert? Who's lining up against Devontae?
Cam Jam with the 199 Super Chat says, Leo, these guys really think they going somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, keep playing tonight. That's the only thing. I
just want to do. Let's do personnel to personnel. Let's do it. Let's go into it. Who's lining up against Cam Jurgens?
Nathan Cashwell said 499 Super Chat says, you can't talk facts with Eagle fans. They are delusional, forgetting all the years they were, how the Giants and the Commanders have been recently. Of course.
Yeah.
And that's
no, you're right. We're not that. We haven't been that for years.
Can I take the personnel for personnel back?
Yeah, let's do personnel to personnel. Let's do it. All right. Okay, come on. Let's go.
Quarterback for quarterback. Jane Daniels. Okay. Running back, Saquon.
No. Listen, stop.
Offense against
personnel
defense.
to personnel. So
like offense versus defense.
Okay, let's go.
This is even corny.
Let's go.
No, you can't do it. So he took the Pepsi challenge.
You can't either. McCall Lemon is not even a wide receiver 3 on your team.
I got it right here.
Look,
and it's wrong.
I was about to go position by position, but we
can
do
it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, do it. Yeah, there they go right there. Go ahead.
Let's do it your way. You said offense versus defense. Let's go. Your offense versus my defense. Do it. Go ahead. You said,
bro, they right. Look. They're right there.
I was letting you speak. You was talking about who Dallas Goedert. Who's gonna check Dallas Goedert? Go ahead.
Yeah. Look, he's telling. He's saying he doesn't have to do the work because he has a.
I'm saying I don't have to because they're already up there. So look at the pictures and tell me who's going to line up.
See, look at
TP. You were about to do it when you were talking. When you were talking to TP,
yeah,
you were talking to TP. You said you started off with who's going to stop Dallas Goedert, and that's when he went into
who's lining up against Dallas Goedert. Who's lining up against
Leo Chanel, and Sonny Styles.
Okay, who else? Keep going. Position by position.
Frankie Louisville, Jordan McGee. We can anybody.
Look at the picture.
I want you to talk to me how you were talking to TP. You were talking crazy to TP. Hey, who's going to stop Dallas Goedert? Who's going to line up against Dallas Goedert? I'm giving you exactly what you want.
So who's
next?
Who's
going to check Devonta Smith? Is that who you were going to say next?
No.
So I'm giving you the floor. Go ahead.
Juan? Who's lining up against?
Look at him looking down at his nose.
Huh?
Who's lining up against Jordan Mailata?
Jordan Mailata. Let's go with Do I want to go Deron Payne, Adafe Owe? Do I want to go Caleb Von Chase?
No. Just give me your projected starter. Who's lining up against Tyler Steen?
Tyler Steen. What's that? Left guard? What position? Let me go.
You see him right there. I put the picture. Yeah, you got the
Man, we can't see that small ass picture, bro. That picture small as shit, man.
Oh, okay. You can't see the picture. Okay, my bad.
But you're Philly. Philly talks. Philly go right at them, right? So talk to me. Tell me, Tyler Steen. You want to know who's going to go against Tyler? I don't want to look at that picture. I want you to tell me your matchups. You say who's gonna go against Tyler Steen?
I don't. Who's going against them on your team? Who's going against them?
I want to say I could pick Deron Payne, Javon Kinlaw.
Okay, so who's going against Cam Jurgens?
Cam Jurgens. Is that your right guard? I'm assuming that's your right guard.
Yep.
Your right guard. Okay, if it ain't gonna be Deron, if it's gonna be Deron on the left, then we gonna go Javon Kinlaw on the right.
Okay, who's going to line up against Lane Johnson?
Lane Johnson. Let's go with Kayvon Chason, a guy that has had 7.5 sacks last year in his career's trajectory. And he had a hell of a play. I know y'all seen him in the playoffs and the Super Bowl causing havoc. And he's on a 1-year prove-it deal trying to cash in next year. So I ain't gonna talk crazy. I'm not delusional. I'm not gonna talk crazy to Lane Johnson. That's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But we do have somebody that could bump against him. Kayvon Chason.
Okay, so what tight ends are going against Zach Bond?
I could go with Tigger Cockwell, one of the best young tight ends in the league. You seen what he did at Tennessee? Well, maybe you didn't see what he did at Tennessee. I don't blame you because it's the Titans. But Tigger Cockwell, a young phenom on the rise, got a big cash payday from us because he is about to be eaten. So Zach Bond can't keep up with that athleticism. As hard as
all pro Zach Bond can't compete with him.
He can't run step for step. That's 4-4 speed right there, shorty. That's 4-4 speed right there, Slim. You can't keep up with that.
Or Jihad Campbell.
Jihad Campbell can't keep up with Tigger Cockwell. None of them. Y'all ain't seeing my tight end.
Got you. So who's lined up against Dontavian Wicks?
Dontavian Wicks. Let's see. Do I want to go Mikey Sarenstill? Do I want to go Rasul Douglas, who's a turnover machine? Who thank you for his progression because he started with you all and he's been and when healthy.
Where is this going? Because I don't even see no talking points to this.
No.
Jamon is doing all the talking.
TP, yeah. Okay, I'm about to say. TP, I'm just stepping in because I like that challenge.
No, I'm just saying he brought it up like he was going to combat anything, and I don't even hear anything. So where are we going with it?
Wait a minute. So those guys are Pro Bowlers, all pros, the whole 9 yards. Like I don't need to say they stat. Y'all know it. He did it. They did it against y'all. I want to know. Like I said, I don't know. Y'all know about these guys. I know nothing. I don't know that much about your guys.
Well, we know about them because we watch football. We watch every team in the league, and we keep our enemies closer.
I'm saying majority of those guys you're talking about, you know what I'm saying, although they are notable for you.
So you don't know who Kayvon Chason is? You don't know who Adafe Owe is? You don't know
I do.
You don't know who Sonny Styles is? Frankie Luke? What I'm saying notable names. You don't know who Tigger Cockwell is?
Real quick, let me get to these super chats right here, man. Atlantic JM, shout out to my guy Atlantic JM. He says, Leo really look at you with a straight face and tell you that Hurts' success isn't because of having the best O-line, phenomenal running back, 2 great wide receivers, and a great tight end. If anything, Hurts and underperformed.
I think he meant Hurts has underperformed.
Has underperformed.
I don't think he meant and.
Also, Nathan Cashwell for the $4.99 super chat says, F that, go position by position. Commanders got everything on that offensive end other than running back and O-line.
They talking about the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Let me just
Yeah.
All right, but listen, I do wanna progress this, right? Because now it's Dallas time. Okay, and this is
shout out to Angry, man. And I got somebody. I'm not going to cut you off, TP, but TP, you was there.
Yeah, go ahead.
You was there. Commanders fan was like, "Do we really hate Dallas the way we used to hate Dallas?" You remember that TP the other day?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Damn right, we still do." But Angry got me wanting to change my mind slightly because he ain't been as delusional as Philly fans or as delusional as Cowboys fans used to be. So Angry, talk to us, Angry, because you've been a relatively reasonable Cowboys fan so far.
Most definitely, Dash. But this is something, and this is not even a shot. This is an honest question because this is something that I've been hearing that's been going on through training camp, and I want to get Angry, who knows, opinion on this. So I've been hearing some reports that Caleb Downs has really been looking good this training camp, but also when it comes to lining up against CD, he's been, I think it's safe to say, holding his own or, really locking them down at times or whatever. Maybe you could fill us in and tell us what that is about.
Hey, you ain't heard no locking down.
I promise you I have. I
Okay.
promise you I was just on the stream last night and people tried to tell me that exact same thing. They said Downs was locking down CeeDee Lamb. I put that on everything.
Man, listen, they're going back and forth because it ain't nothing but iron sharpening iron. You got a rookie coming into this league that is having to go against two of the top, I'll say top 10. Top 5 is arguable, but I'll say top 10 wide receivers. The top 3 duo in the NFC. I'll keep it a buck there. But he's going against those guys every day. If you got him, if he locks up CD on one day and then CD burns him on another day, that's great for business. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna sharpen each other. And I know Leo was talking about, who would go against Dallas Goedert. You would have him. You would have a PJ Locke. Even if they were to keep Reddy Stewart was pretty good at that nickel position last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the tools down there. It's all about it clicking with Christian Parker. We're not worried about our offense going into year 2. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that we would worry about with our offense is who's going to be the running back 2 and those bookend tackles.
That's where your question marks are.
Tyler Guyton, is he going to be able to step up and play that role? Terrence Steele, can you get better? Much more removed from your injury. You know what I'm saying? Last year, he didn't step off the field. No issues. So those are the only things that concern me whenever it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah,
you don't. Excuse me. Charles Walker with a $4.99 super chat. He says, "TP, what's the word, bro? The Giants not gonna be the punching bag of no fucking more. You heard it here first. F Philly, Dallas, and the Commanders. Giants salute to Charles. I see you. And hey man, we don't gotta.
Hey America, I tried to save them. America, I tried to save all 3 of them. I did. I'm still letting out more rope.
Bro said, watch the 3-peat. I mean, watch the 3-peat or what? The NFC East? Nah, I doubt it. Not this year. like
gap is closing.
Like Leo, like you've been talking about, Jalen Hurts have had an offensive coordinator every single year. Like, bro, this is gonna be the first year. Well, the second year. I'll say this will be the second year where he's not had a dominant wide receiver 1 as well as a wide receiver 2, and he's had to play wide receiver by committee. That first year that you were talking about where they went 4 and something, that shows you Jalen Hurts as a quarterback leader and not, the bus driver. You're going to see this wide receiver by committee again.
Mm-hmm.
Will he be able to stack up against that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
mm-hmm.
And
I will say, based off of the evidence, meaning the evidence of my quarterback and his work ethic and the way he does things, I have a supreme confidence that the answer to that question will be yes. I do. That's what I get to do that you guys don't get to do. I get to have a supreme confidence in my quarterback. I have a supreme confidence in my GM. I get to enjoy a supreme confidence in the owner of the team. You see what I'm saying? I have a supreme confidence in areas that you guys don't get to have. You know what I'm saying? There's only been one so far up to now. There's only been one GM that's been mentioned in this entire conversation, and that's Howie, and it was in a good light. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by when I say I get to enjoy a supreme confidence, because they have each performed their jobs at a very high level.
I feel like I have areas too where I have supreme confidence that in areas where y'all don't have, but hey, I'll.
Where do you have supreme confidence that we don't have?
My wide receiver 1.
Let me ask you something. Is AJ Brown? Do you think AJ Brown is one of the league's most dominant wide receivers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was he one of the league's most dominant wide receivers? When?
since he's stepped on the football field.
Since Tennessee.
Since y'all
Ryan
traded for him.
Tannehill, well, he still, but they was
Like
at
since
the
he's
AFC
played the game of
Championship
football. I don't know.
Tennessee.
Like
So when he got to the Eagles, who was throwing him the ball?
Jalen Hurts.
Who was throwing Devontae Smith the ball?
Jalen Hurts.
Who was throwing Dallas Goedert the ball?
Jalen Hurts.
And who was handing the ball off to Saquon or tossing it to Saquon when he had receiving on his receiving yards?
Daniel Jones.
No, yeah.
You got
No, yep.
you.
Yep.
You have. He had a little Eli Manning.
But since
At one
Saquon's been
point,
on
you have Tyrod Taylor.
Since Saquon's playing for
bunch
the
of-
Eagles, since Saquon's
Jalen
been
Hurts.
to the Eagles, who's throwing it to him? So you have a dominant wide receiver, a good wide receiver, a good tight end, and the person that's been throwing them the ball so that they can be that is who?
I can't believe that's the point you tried to make right there.
Where you going with this though? I'm confused. I really want.
How could he not be so good if these guys are who they are?
They already were who they were when they got to Philly though. Besides Devonta Smith
and Dallas.
Let me ask you this, Leo.
Yes.
At what quarterback in this division you think can't hand the ball off to Saquon or throw the ball to AJ, or throw the ball? What quarterback you think can't do that?
Dak Prescott, Jackson Dart, and Jaden.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna send that drug test all the way to Leo. Yeah, I got him, y'all. Like, come on, that was easy. That was too easy.
Saying otherwise,
I already told you the evidence, but I mean, I do want to.
The wins.
I'll get back to that.
Forget the Super Bowl. We're not even going to talk about the Super Bowl.
TP.
I'm not even going to add the Super Bowl, and I'm not going to add the NFC Championship game. We're going to take that out.
Can I say this right quick before we move on? Before you read that super chat?
Yeah.
This one thing I wanted to point out about what Leo said. Leo said, "What is everything, or what is anything that we all have confidence in that they don't have in Philly?" And I don't think you brought it up. See, I thought you were going to do it.
I was about to.
I think we all three have confidence in our head coaches, unlike Philly. Because regardless of Nick Sirianni's track record, y'all always want him fired after week 3, week 4, week 5.
Want us to forget that. They want us to forget that.
TP got a confidence in John Harbaugh. I got confidence in Dan Quinn. I'm sure Angry got confidence in Brian Schottenheimer.
How long have you been a Commanders fan?
I'm born in Washington, D.C., raised in Prince George's County, Maryland. I've been a Commanders fan my whole life.
Okay. How long you been a Cowboys fan?
Since I was 9 years old.
Same thing with you, TP, right? About that long?
For as long as I can remember, yeah.
Okay. Now, and that's true about you three, right? Name a coach or a quarterback that you have that has played in Philly that has never had to hear the fans say get rid of him, or even get rid of the quarterback, or get rid of the coach.
My point is the success of Nick Sirianni has not overshadowed the fact that y'all still want him gone. And you said, what is something that we have confidence in? Let me finish. Let me finish before you go. I'm gonna mute myself so you can respond. Let me just start by saying this. If any of the Giants, Cowboys, or Washington, and it's coming from a Commanders fan saying this, if any of the success that Nick Sirianni brought to Philadelphia, or if y'all had any kind of success, if we had that kind of success here, we would be praising our coach. We would be talking about how good he is. We would be putting him in the top 5, top 3 conversation of head coach. Y'all don't do that for Nick Sirianni. Y'all run him out of town after 3 weeks. Doug Peterson brought y'all a Super Bowl. Y'all did the same thing to him. Y'all did the same thing to Andy Reid. So my point is not that the fact that after a while you're gonna move off of a head coach, because shit, even Bill Belichick got moved off of from. We understand that. But my point is y'all are so far gone and expectations are so unreal that even when a coach is being successful for you, you don't realize it until maybe he's gone. So to answer your question that you asked us earlier, what is something that we all have confidence in that I don't think you all have confidence in?
I said supreme confidence.
We have supreme confidence in our coaches. Do you not hear the way TP talk? Angry doesn't talk, but I'm sure Brian Schottenheimer won him over last year. He sure as hell won me over, and I'm not even a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, he definitely won me over.
So it's coaching. I'm sure for TP, it's Malik Neighbors. If we're talking about things that give us confidence, that you probably have, that also give you confidence as well. I'm sure CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens gives angry confidence. Like, we got stuff that gives us supreme confidence just like you all. So what was your point?
Well, first of all, number one, my point was that what you said about Nick Sirianni went, and you answered the question, because what you said about Nick Sirianni went for Doug, it went for Andy, it went for Ray, it went for all of them. Okay, so us wanting to get rid of Nick Sirianni after 3 weeks and everything like that, man, we want to get rid of every coach after 3 weeks if we ain't winning. When we ain't winning, well, that's not new. That's not a thing that nobody else on this panel doesn't know. You didn't state something brand new, and it doesn't mean and us wanting to get rid of a coach and everything like that. That's just Eagles fans, period. We just do that with everybody.
So you just proved my point.
You agreed to it then.
I'm like, we do that every year. What the hell? So
you just proved my point then. Y'all don't have legit confidence in Nick Sirianni. It's just his time.
Don't confuse our complaints and everything as a lack of supreme confidence.
Philly,
we're not winning. You got it. Like what's the bottom line? What do we want? We want wins. Period. Y'all keep. Let me. I love how when you ask your questions, the first thing all three of you have done is you pretense. There have been times that each of you have done since we've been on here. When you ask questions, you pretense it with take out the winning. No.
Who said that?
I ain't said shit about take out the winning. I ain't said nothing about take out the winning.
Nobody never said that. You literally just made that up.
Nah, bro.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that this time.
To start the show, I literally said when they talked about Jaden Daniels not being better, or Jaden Daniels or Dak Prescott not being better than Jalen Hurts, I literally started the show off saying, if you're going to talk about winning, we can't say anything because Jalen Hurts has won.
No,
so how are you going to say that you started
I said at a certain point.
Said the reason.
Hold on, guys, let me read the super chat real quick. Let me read the super chat, guys, and I'm getting Charles Walker with a $4.99 super chat says Jalen Hurts not doing shit with the other team rosters in his division. Hurts is good, not great, and I feel like that's not bad. Oh man, I feel you on that one. I've been trying to preach that one.
That's where I wanted to go. That's what I wanted to say is that everybody in this division, except for the Philadelphia Eagles, hates the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles front office is so dope that they were able to put a team around Jalen Hurts, who is a pretty damn good quarterback. Is he elite? No, he's not.
No,
but the thing is, the Philadelphia Eagles for the past 6 to 7 years has had a system to where that they could just pick one quarterback out, put the other quarterback in, and they go win a Super Bowl with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of envious at the fact that Dak Prescott has to put the entire team on his back and have to lift up the level of the defense in order to get to a championship. You know what I'm saying? If he could just sit back in the pocket, not complete a pass for a whole half and still win the game, that's what I'm talking about.
Talk about it, Angry. Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let it go, man.
I don't want a quarterback to have to be Superman out there. And your guy is not Superman as much as Philadelphia Eagles fans really want him to be. Your whole team, you guys got the whole thing. Go ahead, man.
Let me. First of all, perfectly said. Perfectly said. I want to get to these super chats, and then we can continue on, man. Captain Obvious with the $5 super chat says Eagle fans always argue like Rashad McCants when they are losing the argument. We out the mud, raise hell. That was hilarious. Shout out to Captain Obvious.
Rashad McCants, we out the mud. Yeah, we out the mud. With all the TP, let me point at the camera right quick. Hold on.
Oh, let me get this off. Hold on. Yeah.
It's Rashad McCants out the mud. Yeah.
If you know, you know. Shout out to Chris Dooley with a $20 super chat.
Chris?
He says, last time this panel got together, for 3 hours, I watched the Giants guy camera connect to that 56K modem of his. Now he upgraded to 1080p, and he's got his chest out. How cute. Big ups to Leo, Angry Fan, and Giants guy modem. There you go again. That's the same guy who made that last comment.
We didn't even talk about it. TP, what you went to the store? You put the Best Buy you got. You looking crispy today.
Bro, this is literally the same setup. This is literally the same setup. It's literally the same setup.
I'm just saying.
Like I said, like I said before, man. For those who don't know, right? I'm in the middle of the desert. All right, I'm recording literally. I'm not even joking. I'm literally in the middle of the desert in El Paso, Texas. So the Wi-Fi is not my greatest friend. So sometimes you may get that, that fuzzy camera look. But
and you on post.
I'm on post. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
indeed.
like there's other factors. I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I was a 31 Papa, so this is my area of expertise. Yes. I know what it is. I know why you're having the problems, and it's by design. So that's how I could tell things are working. What's the threat level? Orange?
It's frustrating. Yes.
Or yellow? It's orange. I knew it.
Frustrating.
Yeah.
But 7.
Y'all gotta give TP grace, you know what I'm saying? Because he's dealing with circumstances that are wildly beyond his control.
They got no idea.
I do, because it's what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly why you're having problems. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing you could do about it. And you fuck around and find out and get your ass in trouble, bro. So you know what I'm saying? I know what it is. Carry on. Go ahead.
Yes. He ain't lying. But also Chris Walker with another $1.99 super chat. He says, wide receiver division ranking, CD, Leak, Pickens, Terry. Damn.
You got Terry over Stephon?
I don't argue that. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I mean, look, like I said, I still personally think Terry McLaurin's best football is to come. But I at this current moment, we're speaking off of facts and statistics and yards. I can't argue none of that. Shit, I'm angry. You might not want to hear this because it might be a little bit of delusion or whatever they said. But last year I was like, shit, I might take George Pickens as my one over CD. But
I mean, I've said that before. People were talking about like, hey, we might not be able to keep Pickens. I was like, don't be surprised if you pull an okie doke and CD might be shocked.
Okay, cool. I feel better.
Hopefully that's a 5% chance, but it is a possibility. We trying to keep both of them. Damn it.
So Angry. You said that was your only area of concern was your depth in what position again?
Well, I said it was the defense and it clicking with Christian Parker.
Okay.
And then the bookend tackles on the offense, then the running back 2 position. As far as the depth, I mean, we could get nicer in the depth at the cornerback position. Linebacker position could definitely use a person. Like we could use an edge rusher that's a quote unquote war daddy. You know, we still on the hunt. We still looking. But what we have at camp right now, like, it looks pretty damn good.
Okay. BC Weasel, $4.99 super chat says, shout out to TP in Fort Bliss. I'm at Fort Campbell as an 11 Bravo. Screaming Eagles. Hey, man. Hey, man. New York Giants salute to BC for sure, man. Shout out to you.
11 Bravo. That's some infantry
real deal.
Man. They crazy.
Real deal.
They crazy.
P. Warvey with a $4.99 says, since Angry told us we have everything, when we try to go roster for roster, y'all try to go backtrack and y'all say y'all rosters are better.
Who's y'all?
I think he's still speaking. He's saying he's from your channel, Angry. So he's saying since Angry told us we have everything, when we try to go roster for roster, y'all try to backtrack and say y'all rosters are better.
I think he's like that sounds more like what I was trying to the Pepsi challenge.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to, the Pepsi challenge. That's the Pepsi challenge, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering like, who's y'all?
Okay. Yeah,
my bad.
Hey, so listen, man, we're gonna continue this convo a little bit, man. But I do want to make sure that on y'all end, I'm seeing y'all in the chat, y'all getting active. I love it. But make sure again that y'all are liking the stream. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure that you are, staying active, and make sure that you subscribe to these channels, man. That's the best way that you can support. That's the best way you can show love, and we could continue to do our thing, man. So I was having a conversation last night. Like I said, I was talking to the Cowboy Nation there, man, and I was talking to my guy Hoodie Kush, who I seen was in the chat a little earlier. Shout out to him and Lloyd and them guys. And we talked a little bit about how our matchup in week 1 is going to go, right? They asked, how do you see the Giants stacking up against the Cowboys? Because I think it's a little apparent that how y'all stack up against us, right? Y'all, Dak, CD, George Pickens. I mean, I think that is kind of like easy math, right? And I told them our matchup is going to be trying to out physical everyone in this division. Like, we're not hiding that. Like, all of the signs, all of the fingers are pointed to that right there. We are trying to out physical everyone, but especially the teams in this NFC East.
Who isn't trying to out physical?
No,
that's football.
No. Because I think that our physicality is different from y'all's. Like, I'll give you an example. When I see Cam Scatterbull run the ball, it's different. It's with a different aggression.
Will you see him run the ball?
You said what?
Will you see him run the ball?
Why would I not?
And remember, there's a difference.
Knee bumps.
But
will he?
I mean, he's healthy. I know y'all just hate to hear that, but he's good. He's ready to rock.
Remember,
also, go ahead. Angry.
Remember, there's a difference between bravery and stupidity.
Okay, and I like a little stupidity. I like a little stupidity, and that's what also makes it different. That added to my point, because I like a little stupidity. Like, if you think about New York Giant football and our glory days, we always had a little stupidity. For those who know about Jeremy Shockey, for those who know about Eli Manning, like for those, like there was a little stupidity that we've always had. So
call them stupid.
Why not? They did at that time. They called it stupidity at that time. It's just the same wrapped up. It's just more in recent times.
I ain't see Eli Manning go after he had surgery or whatever, getting his things in order, doing backflips just to be cool. You know what I'm saying? You just came off of that. Now you're gonna be out there doing backflips.
Well, I didn't agree with
stupid. That's what I'm saying. Stupidity.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about on the field. I didn't agree with that either. To be clear, so I'm not gonna act phony.
I was on the same time as angry with that. I was on the same time.
Okay. I mean, well, yeah, that's one thing. But
can I add something to it quick? I just is kind of trying to have TP's back in this. I get what you were trying to say. Your whole philosophy under John Harbaugh is going to be to run the football and out physical, the opponents, especially us, right? Our teams here, and Leo was saying, well, who doesn't do that? It's football. To a point, Leo, I understand what you're trying to say, but everybody's philosophy is different. I can tell you the Washington Commanders' philosophy probably isn't to out physical the Eagles. Why? Because we may not be able to out physical Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. We might have to be a little bit finesse. We might have to use our speed with our 3-4 backs to be faster than you are to move the ball down the field. There's certain matchups that you kind of understand. I think that's where TP was going with it.
That's exactly what
football. We know everybody.
Exactly. I'm just talking about football on the field.
Yeah.
He said he was going to out physical. Like, that's their thing. Of course, we all want to, but you're going to out physical.
Yeah, because
I could further explain. I got you. Like, example, y'all don't have a Pat Ricard. Like, we are making no mistake about it that we're going to run at you, and it's going to be a mano a mano. Y'all linebackers, I don't think y'all have the linebackers, especially in Philly and Dallas. I don't think y'all have the linebackers that is ready for that type of physicality. Y'all have to get through our offensive. Hold on, y'all have to get through our offensive line first. Then you have to get through Pat Ricard, and then you have to meet up with a Cam Scatterbull or a Tyrone Tracy Jr. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. And again, You laugh, right? You laugh, but you know what also was funny? Like, what's funny is as soon as you laugh, I automatically thought about Cam Scoutable running over Zach Bond. Like, that was the thing that just popped up in my head.
That's
so,
the
like,
game we lost, right?
Yeah. Tomato, whatever. I'm just saying that these are the facts.
When you said I think of Cam Scoutable running over Zach Bond, that was the game we lost, right?
Right. But I'm just saying, like,
the game we won.
What I'm saying, well, Cam's got hurt. Cam Scoutable got hurt that game. But what I'm saying is, look, what I'm saying is that is the type of style and the type of threat that we're going to be towards y'all. So you're not even talking about the talent aspect and the quarterback position and what we have target-wise up in the air.
So you're only going to out-physical us? We're the only team you're going to be out. I
don't know. I said y'all plenty of times. I don't know. I'm saying y'all. I'm saying everyone. I'm because y'all act confused as to like y'all don't know like what the Giants can do and where their targets, whatever. So I'm making it clear so y'all understand, what is going to happen. And this is no secret. So again, like I said, y'all also the Dallas, to my point, because I'll talk Philly later, but Dallas. Yes, y'all have Quentin Williams up in the middle, but then outside of that,
Kenny Clark.
I respect them. No, let's draw the line there. Like after that, it's like I think we line up very well against y'all. And so to me, how I see our matchup is the defense is going to win this game.
So we just ain't going to be able to do shit, huh? We ain't gonna be able to move the ball. Y'all gonna be running all over us. Man, listen.
No, is that what you got out of what I said? That's not what I said.
Last year, you were talking about linebackers and stuff. We had Jack Sanborn and Kenneth Murray. Our defense was dog shit last year. Yeah, you were gonna run on us. This year, I don't think so. You talking about physical? You talk about physical football. What happens when a brick wall meets a brick wall, and then you're gonna have to start thinking with finesse?
Yeah, we got more brick walls. That's it. Y'all don't have. I don't know who's the brick walls over there with Dallas. I'll give you Quentin Williams. Who's the brick walls over there? Like I don't see it.
You got Shamar James, leading tackler on the team last year. You got DeMarvion Overshown. That has
somebody had to tackle somebody.
Year. Huh?
Somebody had to tackle somebody.
Lord have mercy.
I remember when Bobby Okereke. I remember when Bobby Okereke was our leading tackler. Like you could, that sounds good, but shit, he's not on the team no more. I can say that.
You saying, hey, shit, somebody gotta go get him. That's the same way. That's the same way when people try to say, "Oh well, a safety got 125 tackles." Well, damn, that means you get into the secondary every single time, and the safety happened to be the one to bring them down. So tackles don't tell the whole story. That don't necessarily mean it was good. Not saying that was your case, Angry. I'm just saying, shit, somebody got to do it. I mean, you know what I mean? You got to tackle them, or you gonna score.
Yes.
So I kind of get what he's trying to say.
Like if you're the worst defense in the league, and you got the most tackles on the worst defense in the league, what does that mean?
Now, Angry.
If you running on a defense that's worse than the league, what does that mean? Don't mean you physical.
But Angry,
which means I like how we stack up against y'all. That's what it means.
Tackle for losses may be a different. Like, if he had like 56 tackle for losses, then okay, that's something different because you tackled him in the backfield. But shit, true though, TP shit. I probably could have ran on Dallas last year too. So hey, I get it. I get it. We all probably could have ran on Dallas for $1.25.
So Angry, if you was to throw a number out there, like y'all were at 32 ranked defense last year. Where do you feel like y'all will be game 1, week 1 versus us?
Game 1, week 1. Honestly, I believe if we are even 20 or better with this offense, we're winning that game. If we are 20 or better, we don't have to be top 5.
That's even a high ask. To be 20 week 1, that's a lot. That's a lot. That I'm not saying it's impossible.
That's 12 slots.
But
that's
12 slots is okay. I mean, I'm just saying I think on both sides of the ball defense is going to win the game. And I'm not when I say that, I'm not saying that I believe y'all are going to do nothing. I think it's going to be a good game. And I always say, like, I think y'all offense is one of the best offenses in the league. So let's not confuse that. But I just think that we stack up a lot better than what some people are giving us credit for, and that our offense is better than what a lot of people think. But, of course, this is all we will see. This is just how I'm looking at it right now. That's how I view it. Now, there's another NFC East, conversation that needs to be had here. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all necessarily want to get at it or not, but listen, Philly, Commanders, y'all see each other week 1. I know we're going to wait on the schedule prediction thing and all of that, but what do y'all see how that's going to go, man? How do y'all kind of view that? Oh, real quick. Captain Obvious. Shout out to Captain Obvious sneaking in a $5 super chat here. Says Christian Parker or Devontae Jones. Who has the upper hand?
That's a good one because those are 2 first-time defensive coordinators. Devontae Jones is our guy, and of course Christian Parker is for the Dallas Cowboys. So all I can say for our guys, I mean, of course we don't know. I think we're both confident in our own guy. I'm probably going to choose our own guy, but only time will tell. The biggest reason I'm confident in my guys, he's a Brian Flores understudy. He comes from the Brian Flores ecosystem, and we know how Brian Flores get on them defensive side of the ball. And everything that we've done in draft and free agency has kind of echoed what they did. I think Philly got Jonathan Grenard, and that was one of the best pieces on that Minnesota defense. Andrew Van Ginkel and all these guys. So all I can say is I'm confident in Devontae Jones because of the pieces that we have around him and his Brian Flores background. I think he's going to come with the aggression. He's going to be smart, and he's going to know how to utilize these players. One thing Joe Witt failed at, and Greg Minuski and Joe Burry and Jack Del Rio failed at, is they always try to make these guys feed into their system. Oh, it's my system. You got to be here. No. But Frankie Louvu isn't a covering linebacker. He's more better going downhill and attacking a offensive lineman or being an enforcer and stopping a run and blitzing and getting a quarterback. Well, no, Joe Witt wanted to have him covering Bijan Robinson out the backfield, or wanted Bobby Wagner covering Jahmyr Gibbs in one-on-one space. Like, that's crazy. So right now, you can't really say who has the upper hand, but I'm just going to say I have confidence in my guy, and I'm sure Angry will say the same thing about his dude, too.
So you said Devontae Jones.
Real quick, Leo, don't forget that. Don't forget that point right here. Tyrone Hall with a $2 super chat says, Giants fan, a change gonna come. I'm with you. I'm right with you. Charles Walker with the $1.99 super chat says, Zach Bond is soft. He's scared off cam. On my mama. All right, shout out to Charles. All right, go ahead, Leo. My fault.
No, I was saying, so Juan's answer is Devontae Jones has the upper hand. That's the answer.
Nah, I can't really say that because neither one of them call plays. I'm just talking about the confidence I have in him. I can't say he's gonna have the upper hand over Christian Parker because there's no evidence to that. Neither one of them called a snap yet.
All right, what about you, Angry? What you think?
Yeah, that's also the thing. Like, we really don't know. Shout out to Sin Spins. No, I haven't watched Evil Dead Burn yet, but I'll get on it. But anyway, no, I mean, we have our confidence. You know what I'm saying? I have confidence in Christian Parker, him deriving from the Vic Fangio scheme, and the Philadelphia Eagles, as well as the Broncos last year, having pretty good damn defenses. So where did we struggle last year? We struggled in the back. The defensive backs. We get a defensive backs coach from you guys, hoping that he can hire the people that he needs in order to translate to the defensive backs. And we see that happening. We see health happening with our players. So I don't know. The more I see and hear Christian Parker speak, I definitely want to see it in action. But, bro, what I hear, it sounds very promising. I ain't going to go out on a limb and say, oh, we're going to kick the shit out of him. But, we'll see.
I think Christian Parker has the upper hand. Okay. I don't think that either one of you shouldn't lack confidence in your defensive coordinators. But to answer the question, it's Christian Parker. He has the upper hand. And the reason being is out of all the coordinators, all the defensive coordinators in the league, other than Vic Fangio, Christian Parker has the intel. He's been in the division for the last 3 years. So he knows the current players on all the team, on every team, including the Eagles. You see what I'm saying? So his familiarity with the division as a whole is why I would give him the upper hand. Not saying you can't be confident, but the question was, who do you give the upper hand to? And I would give it to Christian Parker, just given his familiarity with the division currently, because he's been in the division going on his 3rd year.
That is a good point.
He would know every
I
team.
I can argue back against that slightly, Leo. I'm not saying your point is 100% off, but the reason why I don't agree with that is because there's so much change for all of the teams in the division. For Washington, we have a new whole entire offensive system with David Blau. He hasn't seen David Blau call offensive plays. So, yes, he's familiar with some of our pieces like Jaden Daniels, but he's not familiar with Chiga Conkwell. He's not familiar with all these other offensive pieces that we have, our offensive line. When I say everything is new, Wes Welker is calling as a tight ends coach, right? So there's a whole new look to the Washington Commanders. For the New York Giants, yes, he's probably used to how Brian Daboll has ran things or their coaches that were there in New York, but he's not sure how John Harbaugh runs their organization. So
it's a whole new look.
It's a whole new look. So that's why I can argue.
And so because it's the same in those regards, if you had to find like where would the upper hand come in, the only difference would be, okay, since they're both going through first year defensive coordinators, both teams are going through a change and everything like that. Then if I had to give a upper hand to, I would give it to Christian Parker because he's been in the division the last 3 years. So it's, you know what I'm saying, like if you had to think of something, if you had to give someone an upper hand, you know what I'm saying, yeah.
But let
me say this real quick. And
I
don't want you to lose your point. Hey, Dr. Jen, I've been letting you get your trolling shit off for quite some time, and I ain't been responding.
My bird section people.
I just been letting you. Hey, but Leo, this is your people, right?
Yep.
So she's gonna say, didn't Bond put him in a stretcher? Like, don't ever jump in the comment section and call me corny when you making comments like this, because that was a freak accident. It was nothing football related. So, I mean, Dr. Jen, like, this is as corny as it gets. But I'm going to give you the attention that you desperately want because you keep trying to, troll and say the illest things that you can. But I just want to put it on display how corny it gets out here. But my fault. Go ahead, Juan.
Well, I was just saying what I was saying was
that's better.
I don't know
whatever you did to your mic, that's so much better.
I don't know what's going on with my mic. This is like
a
camera microphone. But
don't talk about my visuals and your mic keep going in and out. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Got him.
Hey, look. I think they'd rather see my pretty face than can't hear me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with just saying we don't know yet, and it's an unknown. We're confident in our guys, but as I mentioned, I don't see that being an upper hand because there's so much change with these teams. Now, had we returned Cliff Kingsbury back, yeah, you're damn right, he probably got an upper hand.
No, I say he's familiar with the players within the division. Think about it.
But there's so many different new players on our team. Now, if you're saying like certain players like Dak and Jay and Daniels, okay, but they're like 30. Like there's so many different new places that he hasn't seen and the way that Cliff Kingsbury may have utilized Jay and Daniels, David Blau won't, and that's going to totally throw Christian Parker off because he's never seen it before. That's all I'm saying. Now, if everything was the same and Brian Daboll was coming back for the Giants and Cliff Kingsbury was coming back for Washington and Dallas had the same thing, which kind of they do in a sense, but still some new pieces over there as well. Like, okay, maybe he has – I said Dallas. Philly, sorry. Philly had the same pieces. Sean Minion, isn't this his first year calling plays?
Yep.
So Christian Parker, although he's maybe been in the building with Sean Minion or whatever, who's to say that he knows what they're going to do? So that's why I just say you can't really decide right now. You got to see maybe the first 3-5 weeks, and really at that point you still can't decide who has the upper hand. I think you got to give it at least one season. So, but we'll see.
Now, go ahead, TP, because what you wanted me and Juan to talk about our game one.
Yeah. How do
man, why she on that though?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sit
I
back.
don't,
I ignore
I
it,
don't
bro.
like that right there. Yeah,
I ignore it. We
talk trash. We talk trash. You know what I'm saying? But we don't gotta get disrespectful. And to be honest, Leo, there's no shot at you. But leave it to be an Eagles fan and have that derogatory language. Like, come on, man. Like,
I missed this, so I don't know what we're talking about here.
Hey,
it's out there. It's in there, but I just ain't having to scroll up and see it. And you don't gotta get rude.
Yeah,
like
I just
that,
keep
bro.
ignoring it. I see it too. I ignore it. They want attention. You know what I mean? But yeah, Leo, I do want to. It ain't even worth getting attention to. Angry for real. Like it's. I'll let them.
I'm so lost. I'm
you know,
like, who?
Like, bro. I'm telling you, like it. I don't even want to highlight it because it's gonna take away from what we doing up here. You know what I mean?
Okay,
tough ball, man.
Yeah. It's. I'll let them get their attention that they want. Charles Walker with the $4.99 super chat says, I feel like people sleep on Denard Wilson. He helped the Eagles secondary back in 21-22, which was a top unit in the league. Man, I didn't even get to that. Like that is very true, man. And Denard Wilson is a huge factor as to why I am confident, in my Giants team. A lot of people don't want me to be confident, but you got Denard Wilson that I believe is going to put our players in their best position to be playing to their strengths. Yeah. I'm on cloud 9 right now until proven otherwise. But yeah, I do want to talk about y'all matchup. Week one. Y'all are also, going at it. It ain't primetime football like what we do, but hey, y'all still.
Hold on, time out. Leo, he wrong, Leo. And this is why Big Blue gotta stay in and Little Blue gotta stay in Little Blue's place, fourth place. Leo, we got America's Game of the Week. Tom Brady on the call. The Giants ain't sniffing America's Game of the Week unless Dallas is involved. Rhyming accidentally. So come on. We out the gate. America's Game of the Week. Tom Brady on the call. What you talking about, Leo?
Listen,
Let's go, Leo. Come on, Leo.
Let y'all tell it. If Dallas is playing a bomb New York Giant team, that still is not supposed to equate to primetime television. So there is something about this matchup.
It's primetime because of the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas America's team. You're okay. America's team.
So you're giving Dallas that much credit, Ron? Like, wow.
Come on. We know that though. That's literally. Come on. That's not me saying that. That's just them.
That's the league.
That's the league. They're the most popular franchise. Air quote. You know what I mean? So of course they're going to prioritize them. That's probably why they got like 6 freaking primetime games, even if they got 3-loss season. So it'll be the Cardinals and Cowboys. They'll put on 820 NBC. Hey, nobody wants to see.
You know what?
Shit,
you may be right. You may be right, Juan. But this ain't the first time that we gonna embarrass primetime division rivals. You know what I mean? Right, Leo? You know what I mean? This ain't the first time. So hey. D'Angelo Quinson with the $2 super chat says, Giant fans, don't get emotional. Get over 500.
Please get over 500. Please. Shit, I ain't seen it. Since what? Yeah. That boat incident?
Leo. That ain't no way. Ain't no way you laughing like that.
Oh, my fault. 2022, Daniel Jones, Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. I'm glad you said it before I had to. Okay. You know I was going right there with it.
2022, you're okay. My bad. My bad. Brian Daboll, first year with Daniel Jones. You're right. Yeah. You ain't even had to say it in the comments. I know enough ball. I watch enough football. I watch all 32 of them know that. That's why I corrected myself. But it still don't make the joke not funny because that ball incident going on in history.
Why are y'all running away from y'all matchup? Like, do y'all don't want to?
No, we just it's so.
Do y'all already know what's going to happen? Like you think y'all giving it to the Eagles already?
Yeah.
Like talk.
Game.
No,
it's a tune-up game. Listen, we didn't know what we none of us knew what the Washington Commanders offense was going to look like this entire offseason because it hasn't been fielded yet. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the plan was, you know what I'm saying, after yesterday, you know what I'm saying, that plan has just been altered. So we don't know about the thing that we didn't know about. We don't know more now because that's changed. say what you will, the Laramie Tunsil injury changed how your offense is going to be run the first game. You know what I'm saying? And to have that happen, you know what I'm saying? The good news is that when Laramie Tunsil went down, he went down yesterday and not 3 weeks from that. You see what I'm saying? So you're whoever you're going to move into that left tackle position, that's like what, Connor Cosme or something like that.
Somebody, it's probably gonna be Brandon Coleman.
Coleman, that's it, Coleman, Brandon Coleman, because he was going to be guard, but now y'all got to move him back over to tackle, right?
So he was he was in a battle for left guard with Chris Paul, but Brandon Coleman was our starting left tackle in 2024.
So you have to do you have to do a shuffle of the line, you know what I'm saying? Which means that the way your offense was, you probably wasn't going to have to do a whole lot of chipping before Laramie Tunsil went down. Now you may have to chip more. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to give Coleman some help on that left side first game of the season. That, you know what I'm saying, I think we all could agree on. He's going to need help, especially with the significance of Laramie Tunsil going down. Whatever it was, it's not that no more. So it's something else. And we don't know if that's going to be good or bad, but you know what I'm saying, it's not that good of a thing when you lose a Laramie Tunsil for a significant period of time.
Yo, so move that funky ass graphic so we can see you talk.
Oh, my bad. Right? If you find my graphic funky and I'm doing right, then if it stirs your spirit like that, I got you. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I've said, when I started talking about this team, and highlighting this defense, you know what I'm saying? When you look at that defense in terms of just that front four, when you got, Jonathan Grenard, or take Grenard out and just put Moro Ojimo, and you have Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Nolan Smith on the right side, and then you look at, all pro Zach Bond, runner up for defensive rookie of the year, Jahad Campbell. And then, you go beyond that, you got Jeremiah Trotter Jr., you have Jalix Hunt, then you got to deal with Quinyon Mitchell and the Cooper DeJean and the Andrew Makuba, then you have to deal with a Tariq Woolen on the other side of the field. That's a lot. That is a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, in terms of when you have to look at, with your situation, where at the end of the day, y'all got a plan for them guys. And there's a few of those guys on that team that are highly motivated, looking to make a bag. After they just got finished watching JC get his money, JB got his money. So there's some highly motivated people looking to, and we got y'all, you know what I'm saying, the first game, y'all going to get fucked up. Y'all going to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Hey, real quick, man. Nathan with a $4.99 super chat says, yes, it changed it. Brandon Coleman was the LT NFC championship year, but losing Tunsil does hurt. And then he also says, hold up. He kept TJ and Miles to 0 sacks. Eagles don't got nobody better than them, so I don't know about help.
The Eagles don't need to have people as good as Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? But we have some good guys. We got a lot of good guys. Again, Moro Ojimo, you know what I'm saying? Jalix Hunt, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Okay, you got to deal with Jonathan Grenard. You got to deal with, again, Coop and Quinyon and Tariq and Andrew. So.
Well, I'm more so when he talks about that, right? Because you bring up Jalen Carter and Moro Ojimo, Jordan Davis. That's interior pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly.
But I said, Jonathan. I did say Jalix Hunt. I did say Jalix Hunt, and I did say Grenard and Nolan Smith.
Right, but in terms of the tackle position, and when we're talking about our tackles, and you said how big of a loss Laramie Tunsil is, I'm not denying that. Laramie Tunsil is a massive loss. Like, come on now. But where your strength is on your defensive line is interiorly. And although I wouldn't say we have a super strength inside, but Sam Cosmi is a Pro Bowl right guard. Look, Chris Paul's coming off a stellar year, so that's where I fear you're inside of your line. But Jalen Hunt and Epinesa and Nolan Smith, who has the athletic ability like nobody else, but can he stay healthy, please? Like, as a football fan, can Nolan Smith please stay healthy? This is a pivotal year for him, right? Obviously, John. Is it not?
No, I'd say yup.
Oh, okay. Jonathan Grenard. He's really, really good. Obviously, we see him in Minnesota. So I wouldn't say that. Just honestly speaking, this is not me being delusional. Because your exterior pass rush doesn't frighten me as much as your interior pass rush. If there was a game in which or a position that I feel like we can get by with losing a guy that doesn't harm us as much, and that's in this specific matchup, it would be one of our tackle positions. Now, if we lost Sam Cosmi, knock on wood, because he's just coming back from a torn ACL. If we lost Chris Paul, we're fucked. Jalen Carter's eating that for lunch. He might even still eat our starters for lunch because how good he is and Jordan Davis is. So that's what my concern would be. But I'm kind of okay, especially since, like you said, it happened so early that we have time to game plan and get Brandon Coleman accumulated to this new offensive line. And it's not like he's a noob. He's played left tackle in the league before. So to say it's a tune-up game is kind of a stretch. I would see if you would have said that like it's 6 weeks in the season and we're one of the worst teams in the league. But coming out the gate, a tune-up game, a division game, that is crazy. The last time that's kind of insane. So
I mean, how else? Again, you guys won like what? 3 games? How many games y'all won?
But what is that? But so you're calling a division?
Let me get to my fault because I'm getting drowned right here with these super chats, so I kind of want to keep up with them, man. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Chris Dooley with the $10 super chat says, "Family, we are only 31 days away from opening day kickoff. Yep. Excited for the fight for the East title. Leo and TP, thank you for your service. Angry, I walk with you. Juan, hell to the Commanders, but them bed sheets, nah, man."
No, man, you gotta sleep in the Commander land. That's the reason why I'm so delusional, man. I got a dream of a Super Bowl. I gotta speak into existence.
BC Weasel says Diggs, Scary, Terry versus Q in
that's
week
about
1.
to be a movie. Like Leo, let's talk. Like, can we talk that instead of just saying it's a tune-up game? Like, Quignon's a dog, but Terry's also fried Quignon too. And as to the earlier point, Terry McLaurin has about 1,000 and like something plus yards against Philly alone and like 7 touchdowns. So shout out to you for being the only one up here to really give Terry his flowers. But what I will say now that even though Quignon is one of the best corners in the league, it's going to be fun to see him actually get that one-on-one work with just him and Terry for a majority of the game, because SD going to be over there giving Tariq Woolen that work too. So it should be a fun matchup. I think both teams are going to have their fair share of moments in terms of that. But a tune-up game coming out week 1, and it's a division game, and your whole reasoning behind that is because we went 5-12 last year when we're a whole completely different team. We have a whole better roster. Like, come on, man. Say, like, you gotta be more honest than that. It's week 1. I don't even think Dallas is looking at New York as a tune-up game. I don't think New York's looking at Dallas as a tune-up game. It's a division game, and it's the first game of the season. You know juice is gonna be flowing. You know teams are gonna be going. Like, come on, gang. That tune-up is crazy. Bulletin board material right there. Thank you.
Good.
Leo, you want to get this, Leo?
Respect to the Eagles defense. Shout out to Nathan Cashwell with the $20 super chat. He said, respect to the Eagles defense 100%. But I don't know how y'all going to put up points if Commanders defense is what we think. I'm not sold on the Eagles wide receiver core. If you stop Saquon, I think you stop the Eagles respectfully. I think that's okay. So the answer is, if you stop Saquon, then you got to deal with Tank. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to stop Saquon, then you got to stop Devontae. You got to stop Dontavian Wicks or Mekhi Lemon if he gets back on the field, or Hollywood Brown, or Dallas Goedert, who led the team in touchdowns last year. So again, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you stop, if you stop one aspect of this offense, you know what I'm saying, there's a whole nother aspect of this offense that you're gonna have to devote assets to. Do you have the personnel that you could do that? You know what I'm saying?
Gotta see it. We gotta see it.
Do you think you have the personnel that could do that? You know, and so when I present my arguments and stuff like that, that's what I'm always saying. Listen, I don't care how. There's nothing about any of you teams that scare me. You know what I'm saying? Because again, regardless of how prolific your offenses may be, you know what I'm saying, I do believe we have the defensive personnel to at least competently compete. You know what I'm saying? I do believe we do have the personnel I do believe we have the DB personnel to competently compete with any of you teams' wide receiver groups. I do believe we have the front seven that can competently compete with whatever run game you guys might throw at us as well. Hence why I'm prepared. I'm prepared to take the Pepsi challenge when I say let's go personnel to personnel. Do you think at the end of the day these guys have shown you that they can competently compete against your wide receivers, your offenses? You know what I'm saying? So again, and when you look at our offense, I think we have the personnel who can competently compete against you all's defense. How prolific, how dangerous, and more physical they may be, we do have the personnel that can compete with them. You know what I'm saying? So they have it. And when you go by position, these guys, I'm telling you guys about. I'm talking about guys who, in their own right, are actually successful, who have been successful. Quinyon and Coop both made all pros. First time to happen to a 1-2 duo like that in the history of the league. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Tariq Woolen, who's just coming off of winning the Super Bowl last year. And then you look at those guys on that front four, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, Jonathan Gennard is trying to get him. He needs a ring now to help cap his career for however long he's got left in the tank. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, like this, you got to realize this theory, this thought, and this theory. I told you all on our team, our greatest sense of continuity, be it coaching staff and person and players, is on our defense. This is a top 3 defense right here we're talking about. So
real quick, let me get to this super chat, man. P. Warvay, $4.99 super chat says AJ was a hell of a player, but him being gone is going to make the offense unpredictable, especially with this new McVay Shanahan scheme.
Yeah, ain't gonna be able to handle
top 3. Top 3 defense. Leo, you said so much, and I wanted to like just jump in and stop you right there, because it goes back to Angry's point that, well, I think all of our points is your offense. To me, on paper, we have to wait and see, first of all, see the difference that it makes. From what we have seen, when you shut down Saquon Barkley, who's your catalyst of your offense, and it's on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts, it doesn't go as well as you're saying. And you're saying you have so many other weapons. Oh, Tank Bigsby don't scare nobody. Don, as you talk about, you don't have nobody that we don't have nobody that scares you. Tank Bigsby don't scare nobody. Mekhi Lemon, we don't know. He doesn't scare nobody yet. I don't think nobody is afraid of Devonta Smith. I think we have anybody from any team, we have a DB that we feel can stay in front of Devonta Smith and hold him down. I don't think you can think that case for AJ Brown. That's why when you talk about how y'all aren't as worried about losing AJ Brown as we are, because we know how dominant he can be for defenses. He changes game plans. He changes.
But see,
So I wanted to finish. You can go ahead, but I wanted to finish trying to counter that point, because the rest of your team outside of Saquon Barkley right now, question marks. There's nobody else. So
let me explain to you here's where I think there's a fundamental difference in that statement. You know what I'm saying? Is because outside of you 3 teams, you know what I'm saying, the one thing that is very prevalent, that has been prevalent when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, and that has got us where we are in our winning way of thinking, is because with the Philadelphia Eagles, development of players is crucial and has always been crucial. when folks was telling us that we're not going to be shit after Javon Hargrave leaves, we were telling everybody, yeah, but you guys don't know about Milton Williams. You know what I'm saying? Then when we were trying, and then when y'all were trying to tell us, when not y'all, but when folks were trying to tell us we weren't going to be shit when Milton Williams left, we were trying to tell everybody about Moro Ojomo and Jalen Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and that's because the reason why we were ahead of you on that is because development of players is a thing that we know about the depth pieces. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you like, hey, the talk now is about Ty Robinson and he had a good day yesterday. Who the hell is Ty Robinson? The vanilla gorilla. But y'all find out eventually, maybe. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you like, hey, I'm still trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, like what exactly was the dust up? Why the dust up and what the fuck was the controversy over Willie Lampkin? What the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? Why was Sean McVay cussing Howie Roseman all out about Willie Lampkin? What's the big deal? Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? What rule did we violate by going to get Willie Lampkin? And we're talking about somebody that was on our practice squad. Now, here's the thing, you know, the latest talk, and I've been waiting to see this dude for now 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you know what I'm saying? The things that this motherfucker's been doing in camp, it's like, now I see.
I think we all can make that statement up for our teams. The only reason why you know so much about it is because you follow them closely. But I can say the same thing about some developmental guys.
But the thing about it, but see, here's the thing: our development pieces, you know what I'm saying, have produced when you didn't, and that's what do you guys realize the Philadelphia Eagles are literally the farm system for the rest of the league? Do you realize that? Evidenced by Josh Sweat, evidenced by by Milton Williams, evidenced by Javon Hargrave, evidenced by Jalen.
Why? Just because they went and got paid elsewhere? Just because you didn't want to re-sign them? No, we can make that. You can make that statement for 31 other teams.
Yes,
there are other players on 31 other teams that went to free agency and got paid.
Yes, because we did not re-sign them because those we did not re-sign that tells you who we didn't consider to be the core group of guys. The guys that we signed, that's our core group of guys.
Understandably so, but just because.
Can you name 5 core group of players on your defense? Who are your 5 core groups?
Five core players on my defense.
Yeah, 5 core players.
Hold on, let me fix my camera right quick.
While you doing that, real quick, Linda Conyers, man, with the $5 super chat. She says, sounds like Dallas, Washington, and the Giant fans are more hoping for the Eagles got worse instead of their teams getting better. We
that
good
sounds
over
crazy.
Here.
That sounds crazy.
That's just Eagle fans.
That's Eagles fans being Eagles fans.
She's right.
Why?
She is right.
BC Weasel says Eagle defense equivalent to the 85 Bears. All right, so on that note,
yeah, come on, Leo.
On that note, like
I love my peoples.
Okay. See, Linda Conyers also says all Philly's first rounders and second rounders are starters for the past 5 years. Can you say that about your team?
Yeah, and ask yourself this: when you look at that, when you think about that, when you look at that offense, how many of those guys on that offense did we actually draft? How many guys on that defense did we actually draft and develop? You understand what I'm saying? You can't speak to that yet. Now, yes, you guys have acquired. The Giants have acquired talent. You know what I'm saying? And what you're looking for is a master, someone to put all that talent and deploy it in the correct manner. You know what I'm saying? That whether John Harbaugh can or can't do it remains to be seen. But if there's anybody, if I had to put my money on someone being able to bring some order to chaos with the Giants, I would agree that John Harbaugh will be able to bring some order to chaos. But that makes me think of Chip Kelly.
P. Warvey with another $4.99 super chat says, Buddy don't know anything about development because nobody from the Commanders has got paid by anybody because they not good.
You sound crazy. Cameron Curl didn't go to the LA Rams and get it and got extended.
No, he's saying you got paid for him.
No, he said the Washington Commanders, if I read correctly, don't know anything about development because nobody left Washington and got paid. I got a list of players that got paid that left Washington and got paid. Do you want them? And that was my point. When you talk about developing guys and we didn't re-sign Jalen Phillips, I'm sure there are Giant players and Cowboy players that left Dallas and got paid elsewhere. So every other team can develop players too. That was my whole point of I don't really get that argument. So does he want the list of players that left Washington and got a big bag? Because either we didn't want to pay them or because they thought they had better opportunities.
I want the
elsewhere.
players that because they were developed by Washington helped Washington win a lot of games. Who are those players?
Well, we didn't win a lot of games. So just because we didn't win a lot of games doesn't mean that players didn't get developed. They got developed here and they flourished elsewhere because of systems and because of better coaching. Sean McVay and all that in LA.
Who do y'all think y'all are, bro?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Y'all be talking like
bro.
y'all talking like y'all in the Super Bowl every year, bro. Who do y'all think y'all are? Hold on. Nathan Cashwell with a $4.99 super chat says, hold up. The best players on Eagles offense came from different teams last year. Exactly. Like y'all wouldn't be shit without Saquon. Like, what are y'all even talking about?
Y'all wouldn't be shit without AJ Brown.
Hold on. Marco Chulo with a $2 super chat says, let me fix my camera. Let me look at my roster. Nathan Cashwell with a $4.99 super chat says, arguably biggest reason y'all won Super Bowl was because of the Giants' development. Like, exactly. Captain Obvious with a $5 super chat says 2026 Eagles equals 85 Bears defense. Hey, this the NFC East Roundtable. See y'all next week.
and Leo, you can go, but I do want to go back to your point about saying that the Eagles have a top 3 defense. That was crazy. That was insane. I'm not gonna hold you. If you would have said top 10, maybe top 5, but that was a crazy statement because Seattle, Denver. Come on now, like LA, New England last year.
This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, right? Because we pushing up on a 3-hour stream. I think we
don't even feel like it.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's going fast.
Tom definitely flies when you having fun, man. Again, I'm gonna say it again, man. Everybody in the chat, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us again. Please make sure that y'all like the streams. We 300 plus right now. Please make that you like the streams. Again, we appreciate y'all. Subscribe. This is just, the second to more to come. But I want to do this, man. I want to close the show on doing a rapid fire. That means we're not going on and on. Let's just get to the point, and we could get up out of here. I want to call this segment here "Sit Down, Be Humble" segment, and what this is something that you're going to name that your fan base is pretty much drinking the Kool-Aid on, that you believe that they need to slow down on, okay? This is honesty time. So I'll give you an example. Over here with the New York Football Giants, man, we have a name that's been mentioned actually throughout this live stream, Deonte Banks. Deonte Banks has been having himself a solid training camp, and to the point to where he's been, in rotation with the ones. But we have a good basis of who Deonte Banks is, and as Giant fans, I want to say, sit down, be humble, man. I know everybody is thinking like, hey, we may have the Deonte Banks from his rookie season, but we haven't seen that Deonte Banks since his rookie season. So sit down, be humble. Let's just wait. Let's see how it looks consistently before we could say that the banks are officially closed. Angry, I'll let you go next.
That's the homie. You gonna call me the homie?
Nah, angry, I'll let you go next.
Shout out to Hoodie Kush, man. Shout out to Hoodie Kush. That's the brother.
I was talking to him yesterday.
Be humble.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask Cowboys Nation to be humble on Caleb Downs. Do not expect this man to come in and solely be the person to save the Dallas Cowboys defense. That's not his job. His job is to go in there and play his position at a high level. It's the job of Christian Parker and his staff to put it all together. So I would say be humble on Caleb Downs and please give him a little bit of leeway to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go out there and first mistake that he makes, he gets burnt. Oh my God, this dude is a bust. This dude's a bum. Like, no. Just give him time. That's same goes with Malachi Lawrence and, Jayshawn Barham. Give these guys time to gel because that is what's needed in order to make everything click. Right? Be humble to that.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Juan. It's on you.
And TP, you do got a super chat before you get out of here.
Okay. Let me see. We have Nathan Cashwell with a $4.99 super chat. Says, being a top 10 defense doesn't mean anything if you don't put up points, though. Respect to all you guys, but raise hell.
Raise hell, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You got another one, too.
Also, Linda Conyers with another $5 super chat says, Philadelphia Eagle fans, don't apologize because our front office organization dominates the league, keeping us with one of the best rosters in the NFL.
Nobody's telling you to apologize for that. We actually praise you for that. We would love to be like that, but we ain't gonna get. You got 2 hours of evidence of that. I mean,
we've been admitting it all throughout the show, but y'all don't hear that. Y'all like it.
Have, but I'm saying,
to be humble, for the Washington Commanders, this is tough because I'm already delusional and saying we're going to Super Bowl. It's like nah, but I'll say for me, since we're going with players, man, we put a lot of stock into our young fella Antonio Williams, wide receiver out of Clemson. And to Angry's point of he's going to make mistakes for Caleb Downs and all this, and him being the sole reason that defense is better, allowing the room for the growth. That's my thing for Antonio Williams, and that's why I wanted us to get a Stephon Diggs because people were putting so much stock into a 3rd-round pick, and I know how our fan base gets. If he doesn't come out performing guns blazing week 1, he's a bust. We should have went out and got somebody. He's not ready. They turn their backs on him. So. Again, with Angry's point and Bobby Ingram, our wide receivers coach has already talked about how he has a long way to go to develop, but he does have it. Stephon Diggs came in as Antonio Williams. It's going to be one of them ones. Allow him to grow. Allow him to go through the growing pains of facing a true defense and a DB, and maybe some drop passes are there. Maybe he has times where he doesn't get open. So I'll say slow down on drinking the Kool-Aid on Antonio Williams right now, not because he doesn't have it, but because you want to allow him to develop properly behind Terry McLaurin and Stephon Diggs. That's what I'll say.
All right, Leo. It's on. Before we get to you, man, Linda Conyers with another $5 super chat says, then stop comparing players because in totality, our roster is way better than all the teams in the NFC EAST.
It was
so
better.
At the end of the season, if it doesn't go out your way, I want you to keep that same energy.
I'll be here.
And also, it was better. It's not no more. I went toe-to-toe, player for player with your man Leo and told him exactly why.
And it didn't measure up.
How? You don't know if it's going to measure up yet. Did we play a game? You told me that you don't really, from what I assessed, because you say you didn't know all these other players, but we know your whole roster, is that you kind of live in an Eagles bubble, which I don't blame you. But there's no way you can't tell me you don't know who Leo Chanel is, a Super Bowl champion, and all the other slew of guys that I named about how our roster is so much improved. So to her point, or to the Philly fans' point, your rosters were so much better than ours last year and the years before, but it's not anymore, and you'll see in due time.
But you have to prove that.
Rapid fire, Leo. Get to it.
Oh, my bad. So I would say the thing I would tell Eagles fans to calm down on, right, is to calm down on the Makai Lemon being a lemon talk. You know what I'm saying? Or he's a draft bust. You know what I'm saying? And I'm stretching, trying to find something to tell Eagles fans to calm down on. So there you have it. That's the best I could give you. We are the most dangerous roster in the division. You know what I'm saying?
That's that delusion.
I'm telling you.
Continue that delusion.
The resume says it all. So I don't need to. Because again, realize something, folks. Everything that you heard outside of me is coming from 4, 5, and 7. Okay, 4, 5, and 7. You know, all tune-up teams whose, you know, some teams whose way of thinking comes from the late 1900s.
Super chat right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, please cut
shout
him
out
off.
to
Like,
you guys. Just sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Nathan Cashwell with a $4.99 super chat says Eagle fans will be the ones yelling fire the head coach after week 9 for not putting up points.
It was Kevin Patullo's fault. It was the refs.
I own it. That's nothing new. That's not new news to y'all, right? That last statement, that's not brand new news. That's not breaking news.
Man, look, man. Y'all heard it. Football season is right around the corner. It's damn near here, man. Like, I can't wait.
One more. You got one more.
The thing is this.
You got one more.
There's going to be truth.
My girl Linda.
There's going to be your truth. There's going to be our truth. And then there's going to be the truth. And I can't wait to find out. Here's the last super chat right here. Linda Conyers, $5 super chat says, how does Dak own the NFC East when Jalen Hurts has won 3 out of the 5 years since he has been in the league?
Because your team can have a nice piggyback.
Listen, man. Our time is up. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. Don't forget to like.
Hell, baby.
Don't forget to subscribe. Giant salute to each and every one of you.
About the Cowboys.